And here we go. Okay, we're live. All right. Obviously, always give it a couple minutes for anyone to filter in. As I guess information for you, Dom, is since I'm also doing it to my Twitter, that view count will count any view of mine. So it'll show like, you know, in the hundreds. We won't have hundreds of concurrent like people actively viewing, which I have made that mistake before. The first time I ever did, I'm like, my gosh, I'm getting a lot of viewers for this. Is kind of crazy. And then I actually look at the Twitter and it's like, oh, there's like 10 people watching. I'm like, oh, okay, gotcha. All right, like I appreciate the 10 people, not what I thought I was getting from that. All right, Shanae, hello, Shanae, welcome to the stream. Appreciate ya. YouTube.
Oh, my believe sign that I usually point to right there when I'm like, we gotta believe.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, it fell down.
Well, that's a pretty it's a pretty fitting thing for this season, that's for sure. Game Day Sports Card 02. What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate ya.
He's always in my
There you go.
Yeah, appreciate my guy Game Day. How you doing?
Let's go, Game Day.
Yeah. What do you think of so Jake, Kade Anderson?
Yeah.
I mean, you were at spring training early. You didn't get to see him there, did you?
No, I don't even remember if I even laid eyes on him, but no, he did not pitch in either of the two games I went to, which was disappointing. Didn't see Ryan Sloan either, which I was really hoping to see. But it is, it is what it is. But no, I don't remember seeing Kade. But yeah. Shanae, here because Jay has had you on his podcast. Yes, I have been on there. Thank you so much for deciding to migrate over here as well. I appreciate you. Sean, over under 35 career WAR for Kade Anderson. It's gonna get close, I think. I'm gonna go over. Why not? Let's be optimistic. I haven't had a whole lot to be optimistic about, so why not? Why not?
Be over. Come on, yeah.
What
are we gonna say under right now?
Absolutely. But no, let's talk about Kade Anderson. So, I'm just gonna read some stats here so we can really get a good idea of how ridiculous he is. And you know what? Let's even share a screen really quick so we can all take a look at this. So we're going to look at his prospect savant once I can get this into a better view. Sure. Whoa. Well, you're gone now. I need to make sure. Oh, gosh. I need to make a new layout really quick. So 1 sec.
Yeah, I could say right now, just right off the bat when watching him, the thing to know about Kade Anderson is the fastball is 92 to 94, topping at 97. The Mariners maybe have unlocked it to where it's now 95, 96-ish. But in the big leagues, that will be a big jump compared to Double-A, for a mid-90s fastball. The thing about Kade that's special is the breaking balls. It's curve, change, and slider, all supposed to be real good. So the way that he uses them kind of in conjunction with each other too. The pitch ability is the word they use to say that's what his world-class kind of ability is.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone, for me not being very professional and having this ready beforehand. I wasn't expecting to bring this up. But here, we're going to look at his prospect savant and look at this here. So Kade Anderson, obviously been in Double-A Arkansas all year. Didn't even make a stop in Everett. He went straight to Arkansas, which is a pretty pitcher-heavy park, or pitcher-friendly park, might I add, there in Arkansas. And he's had a phenomenal year. 93.1 innings pitched, a ERA of 1.06, a FIP of 1.78, 13 strikeouts 13 walks to 135 strikeouts, and that's a 93 innings. Ridiculous. A walk percentage of only 3.9, a strikeout percentage of 40.5. A BABIP of 239, a ground ball rate of 45.3. The batting average, look at this batting against portion. Batting average against of 147, an OBP against of 183, a slug against of 216. He has been just dominating. Like it's literally been one of the best minor league seasons of all time, is what a lot of people are calling it. 37.7 whiff rate. He is in the zone a lot as well. And I mean, look at these percentiles right here, right? Like, I mean, looking at all these, I mean, he's literally been in almost every category for the most part. One of the, if not the best pitcher in, I think this is all minor leagues. I don't know if this is only for double A. I think this is maybe only for double A. But regardless, I mean, he's just been ridiculously good. And I think one of the biggest things with Cade too that I think is really exciting is, you know, he's not his overpower, like him overpowering guys is not, you know, being like, let's say a Paul Skeens in his rookie year where he is throwing almost 100 miles an hour and having great secondaries to boot. His fastball is only 94, 95 sitting around there. He's not blowing doors off or anything like that. It's just his pitch sequencing is so good and his secondaries are so good. His fastball is probably his worst pitch, arguably, and it's not even bad. And a lot of that has to do with some deception as well. But his off speed, his especially his breaking balls are some of the best in not only minor league baseball, but they have a potential to be some of the best in the game. So that's the thing. And a lot of it too is he pounds the strike zone. So that's the biggest thing with these power pitchers, right? Is sometimes you can get some control concerns. There's no control concerns for Cade Anderson. And for the fact that he's in the zone as much as he is, and then to still be posting the numbers that he is like what you wished George Kirby was. This is like a George Kirby if he was a Cy Young contender right here. Like, is that a good comp, Dom? Do you think that makes sense?
Definitely to like certain versions of Kirby. Like Kirby again has come into the Mariners organization and unlocked like higher 90s velocity. You know, so Cade still could do that, but you know, which is the weird thing. But he is 6'2", 180. He is not 6'7" like Jacob Mizorowski. You know, he is not a power pitcher.
Yep. So really excited to watch Cade, obviously, you know, in a year where there really has not been a whole lot to cheer for. You know, I think we all know this. We all feel the same way, right? In a year where there's not a whole lot to cheer for, if you can find some things that you can cheer for, and this is one of them, like you got to take it. And, you know, I certainly understand why some people are not, they have a hard time being excited for this. I get that. But I mean, this is like, think about how people felt with like when Logan Gilbert debuted or George Kirby debuted. Cade Anderson has been a better pitcher than both of them before their debut. And like, this is I think an organization doesn't have a starting pitcher debut like this. They have it like once every like decade. Like, this is really rare to watch. So that's where it's like, in a year where there's not a lot to cheer for, at least it feels that way. This is something where it's nice to be genuinely excited about something. And I do think people should be excited about this is pretty much where I'm at. So
I've got a game I'd like us to play and kind of a comp I'd like, you know, to get your thoughts on. So game I want us to play is, first of all, just who in our lifetimes is a pitching prospect that we remember their debut. We think what, you know, was a bigger debut than Cade Anderson. I'll go off the bat, you know, take Paul Skeens off the board, was bigger, you know, and then I'll also take Steven Strasburg, obviously. But who else, you know, Jake, can you think of? I know, you know, for you, especially like the last couple of years since Skeens, is there anybody?
I think if you're talking about the whole game, I don't think there has been since Skeens and or Mizorowski. Like, it's on that level, right? Yeah, I don't really know. And then like personally, I mean, granted, I haven't paid attention to baseball in the level I have been now for my whole life. Like, this is a very recent thing, and the Mariners haven't had it since I've become a fan in 2022. So, but if I were to imagine, like, you know, back in my early 2010 Giant days, like maybe this is like a Tim Lincecum type thing, or like, I mean, you were just so ready for him, right? But no, I think, and it's kind of been going around a little bit on Twitter. I've seen people comparing Cade's numbers to Steven Strasburg, to Paul Skeens, and it's like I look at the numbers and I'm like, I'd honestly argue that like Cade had better stats before getting to the major leagues than either of those dudes had. Now, granted, I don't necessarily know the the nuanced take of like what leagues they were in, who they were facing, all that stuff. But regardless, like it's incredible. I think this is a credible time to be a Mariners fan because I think we've all kind of felt like when the core has been doing its thing the last few years, the Julios, the Logan Gilberts, the Cal Raleighs, all that, there's always kind of been this like the farm system has been so strong, like what's going to happen when those guys break through, right? And this is like the time, right? Like it was Cole Emerson earlier this year, it was Cole Young the year before, and now we have Kate Anderson, and then there's still other guys to get excited for, especially this year. Michael Arroyo is like going to happen this year, probably, and then there's other guys down the line you can look forward to, like a Laz Montez, like a Ryan Sloan, who you could certainly argue is probably going to be even a better pitcher than Cade, in the long term, right? Big Ryan Sloan guy, by the way, here. But yeah, no, it's just, it's one of those things where it's like, it is nice to finally see these like future guys that, I think people have hyped up for a long time. The time is now. Like we're starting to see those debuts. They're coming, and it's really exciting.
It is. It's that kind of turning of the new leaf, right? I was at the game. I remember. I believe it was May 13th. It was I don't know if it was a Friday, but Jared Kelnick, Logan Gilbert, Paul Sewald, all major league debuts against Cleveland Indians at the time. Josh Naylor pops out first pitch, catches the first pitch, pop out from Kelnick. Anyway. Like that feeling of, see us rise. It's our time, right? Believe, seize the moment. You go to all these things that is, the overwhelming feeling forever. As like Fox, gets going here, is you've always had this feeling of, chip on our shoulder. We haven't done it yet. This is our thing, and so when it does go well, like last postseason, you have the feeling of, well, I really wasn't on this the whole time. And there really wasn't, right, this like, like those really were the best times, right? Those kind of murky times, where you don't know, when you're ever going to break through. That's what makes it mean a lot more, years like last year. And, talking to these people in the chat, yeah, Felix was one of those big debuts, that was on the level of Cade, I would say. I think Felix was probably the same level as Cade, considering he was an international prospect. He was like 17 or 18 when he debuted for the Mariners. Now Cade obviously is the college route, but he's the best college pitcher since Paul Skeens. Quite simply, took LSU right back to the promised land, MVP College World Series. In terms of actually being good, at the game of baseball, this guy, like Jake, you're saying he has the best stats. He doesn't have the power, the great equalizer, which is, velocity. We've been talking on my channel a lot about like, just learning about like pitch mixes and what creates, a good pitch mix. And there's a difference, Jake. I don't know if you've heard like the terms like supinator and pronator. Where pronator, you're getting behind it. Supinator, you're getting on the side of it. Basically, the pronators usually have more velocity. Fastball slider type guys than more of like an up down approach. Fastball is high, maybe a changeup low, slider, something. Then you've got the guys who are supinators, and I think Kate Anderson would match up with this, right? Is guys who get on the side of the ball, the Cam Schlitlers who have the 3 fastball approach, the cutter, the sinker, and the 4-seam. But they have good breaking balls. Like usually they don't have as much velocity. So when they do like Schlittler, it's just a different story, and then when they don't, maybe like a Max Fried, right? Michael King would be an example as well. Another guy who's had success. That's where they have a really good breaking ball package because they're on the side of the baseball. And, that's just like, it's kind of something that's more of a fingerprint than like something you can change. Emerson Hancock would be a good example of a supinator, right? Not as much velocity, but more like wacky movement and stuff. And then, sideways stuff. And then up and down, right? It's like Logan Gilbert, right? Pronator. So Cade Anderson, the thing is when you watch him, it looks like he hides. He's a left-hander, and then he hides the ball behind his leg almost. I hate to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like try to even show you what it looks like because it's a disservice for me and my athleticism versus Cade. They always say moving good on the mound, which sounds like a buzzwords when you don't know what it means, right? Of course, all these guys are athletes, but he does something really unorthodox, and nobody can pick it up. Where he puts the ball behind his right leg with his left arm, and then it comes out, and all the pitches look the same, and he's pushing it at the plate, and yet he has the best breaking balls. Which it's a lot of stuff that to me, the way I see it, Jake, it's not supposed to go together, but then it does, and nobody can pick it up yet. I don't know what you see.
I mean, I'm not smart enough to give you a big like whole breakdown of like pitching stuff. I guess I'm a bit more of like a narrative guy when it comes to like analysis and all that. But yeah, I mean, so I don't really know a whole lot about Kate Anderson other than like, uh, you know, this is I pay every month and I can't watch. Oh, are you talking about? You must be talking about the broadcast. I thought you were talking about our channels. I was like, I don't what are you talking about? Well, I do apologize that you can't watch the game. Hopefully it's not going to be a suitable secondary, but I apologize on that. Peppy, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. You're in most of my streams, so I appreciate that a lot. The Org King, I'm excited. Let's go. Absolutely. Gonna have a good time. Yeah, sorry, Nicholas. Yeah, this is the game is on Fox, by the way. If anyone here hasn't tuned in yet, it's a national broadcast. But yeah, but no, I mean for Cade, and he's taking the mound right now, so he's walking out, doing his, getting on the bump here. So we're almost there. Donovan has been scratched. Okay, did not know that.
It must be Wilson and then or Rodden.
Huh. Brendan Donovan was a late scratch. Weston Wilson at third base. All right. Well, that's not great. Kade Anderson about to make his debut. One of the most anticipated debuts in a long time in the Mariners franchise, and it's about to get it going. Cade bomb is shaking. Okay, I haven't seen Cade's family on the broadcast, but I'm sure he has a lot of people there right now. And he's facing a Cubs team that is one of the best offenses, and he's in the windup to PCA. First pitch, PCA flies up, pops up. Looks like it's going to go to Leo Rivas at shortstop. One pitch, one out for Kade Anderson. Very quickly gets out the most likely National League MVP.
How old is this dude?
He's like 23, something like that. I know, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, 22. Wow.
Oh, he's 22. Okay, even better. Even better. So we're looking for Kade Anderson's first strikeout. Seiya Suzuki in the box. The first pitch to Seiya is up and in for ball one.
All right. So horizontal approach, does he miss inside or, was he going inside on purpose? Maybe I would maybe like if he was trying to do that.
Second pitch is in there and fouled off for strike one. Curveball inside.
From a distance, you could mistake him for Emerson Hancock almost.
Yeah, that well,
and 40 pounds lighter, I think. But
Kade Anderson in there, 95-mile-an-hour fastball for strike two. Have a 1-2 count to Seiya Suzuki, looking for his first ever MLB strikeout. All right, the windup and the pitch.
Breaking ball
is not chased for ball two. Slider down. Pretty good location on that.
Everybody knew it was going to be a breaking ball, though, it seems like.
And Cade, the windup is popped up. Foul territory, first base side. Josh Naylor giving chase. It is going to land right in front of him. He does not get to it. So it's going to remain a 2-2 count.
Maybe tough in the sun or something.
Well, 22 years old, making his MLB debut. everyone was hyped. Even got a Jeff Passan tweet about it. So I'm sure he's aware. A lot of eyes on him. National broadcast right now. Millions of people watching this game.
It's like
Obviously, to
playing
have
with
all the
his
Cubs
jersey.
fans watching.
He's tucking his jersey in, doing some, when he's like drying his hand off, sweating.
The 2-2 is going to be hit to right field. Dominic Canzone gives chase, and he's going to get it for out number 2. Joseph just showed the game. I can't. Sorry. That's would be copyright, and I'd get my account nuked, so I'm not going to do that. Sorry about that. The best I can do is this, so apologize in advance on that. His family is super psyched up for a flyout. 7 pitches, already has 2 outs. Alex Bregman, 2-homer game last night. The windup in the pitch is way up. Didn't have some good grip on that ball for ball 1. Alex Bregman's been one of the hottest hitters as of late. And the pitch is also a curveball that misses way high for ball 2. Looks like he just doesn't have a great grip on that.
One interesting thing they were talking about in the pregame on the radio, Cal has that orange chest protector, the Pike Place Market thing for Players Weekend. Oh, all right.
Bregman to chase for
and
strike 1.
Cal's not wearing it today because he said for a rookie it would be pretty rough to have like this big orange thing back there. So
yeah, for sure. And he's got to deal with some shadows right here as well. It's cutting right in half. The pitch is a fastball high, popped up foul territory. Cal's giving chase, but he's not going to get to it. So it's going to be 2-2 count to Alex Bregman.
The immediate thing that's good is without even looking at, any, pitch chart or anything like that, he's putting the fastball high, he's putting the breakers low, maybe one mistake up with the breaker, a little bit wild. Like he has a plan and he's trying to execute that plan. It's not just everything everywhere all at once.
He's only made like one kind of bad pitch thus far, but he's also only thrown 11 pitches. The windup to Bregman and the pitch is going to be hit. Looks like just foul. Would not have been a homer.
He is getting that swing and miss below the zone on some of these breaking balls, and they all look
got to
like
bury it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And the windup in the 2-2 is fouled off to the first base side, way out of play.
I think this might be the only Mariners pitcher now, the starting pitcher, who hasn't thrown a sinker in addition to the four seam. Only four seam. So we'll see if it continues.
And he gets Bregman to chop one foul to the third base side. It's going to remain 2-2 with 2 outs in the first. Is that 14 pitches?
This is a nice battle.
Well, as I said earlier, Bregman homered twice yesterday. Obviously had a long run in Houston where he was a bit of a demon towards us. He's continuing that. The windup in the pitch is swung on and missed. Kade Anderson's first MLB strikeout is of Alex Bregman on a really far and outside changeup. Great stuff from Kade Anderson. 15 pitches, 2 pop outs, and 1 strikeout. So Kade Anderson, save that ball. First strikeout in the books. First of many.
As advertised.
Yep, absolutely. Sean, you better not add another K to that, and please be careful. All right. So now we're going into the bottom of the first. I forgot to put third out on there. My apologies. Got Bregman out, absolutely. Good stuff from Kade. That changeup has been really affecting righties in the minors, so we see it in the first inning how difficult it is to hit. But now it's time for the Mariners offense to try to get something going. Honestly, I don't remember. I think his name is Peterson. I don't remember his first name. Is going to be pitching for the Cubs, David Peterson. So I think, he wasn't with the Mets.
That's right.
Yeah, so he's going to be pitching for the Cubs. Lefty. All lefties for the Cubs this series, which is... All right. Well, that Trident, I guess, doesn't get to be in the background. Oh, well. So yeah, all lefties, but they did good. These ads is doing again. Oh no.
He might be talking about the Fox.
Peppy, are you talking about the YouTube ads or are you talking about the Fox ads? Because if you're talking about the YouTube ads, it looks like I can turn it off. So please let me know. I don't want to affect. It's okay if they help you. Yeah, I just don't want them to be in bad times, I guess. So, but I also can't really control what times they run. The YouTube ads, yeah, I'll just turn them off. I don't really care. It's not that important to me. Okay.
Scooble already gave up 3. Or King, how you doing, by the way? Good to have you in here. So Scooble, yeah, Scooble with the Dodgers has had a few imperfect outings to start.
The kid toys in the background.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn it off, but for some reason it's not letting me turn them off. So my big apologies in advance. On that, Randy Rosarena hits the first ball high and deep. Is it going to get out? It is!
Oh my
Randy
goodness.
Rosarena first pitch into the pen. And the Mariners are immediately on the board. Randy's 18th of the season. And it is gone. That is some good stuff from Randy. First pitch swinging. Don't always love first pitch swinging, but in this time, I guess I do like it. So, yeah. Once again, though, apologies, Peppy, for the ads. I do have them on. I did set them to the fewest category, and unfortunately, I cannot change it. So I apologize. All right, Dominic Canzone.
Wow. All right. There we go.
I'll take it, man. Like, get some momentum. Why not?
Randy is the one who homers every watch along.
I think so, kind of. I'd have to look back at it. You know,
Yeah.
maybe at some point I'll look back at my streams and do like a little like stats thing. But Dominic Canzone, a little squibber down the first base line, and he's out.
But just by that much, though. So,
all right. Sean, I said all year Randy's my favorite player, and he's not annoying at all. Okay, okay, Sean. I believe you, Sean. Yeah, Peppy. No, sorry. I think next like the charity stream is probably the next stream I'll do unless they make the postseason. I'll make sure to turn the ads won't be on. Aaron, hello, Aaron.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Sorry I'm late, but I think you guys have had plenty to talk about here early.
Yeah, we're doing good. Decent first inning from Kade. Had some battles, but he got through it just fine. And yeah, if you guys don't know, Aaron is a good personal friend. He's a D-backs guy, so he's not necessarily a Mariners guy, but we're his. I'd like to think his second team. I'd like to think. So, yeah. All right.
I definitely hold my own as a Mariners guy. I think
you know enough where you
celebrate Kade's debut as well. I think it's a good day for baseball.
Absolutely. Yeah. Kade Anderson is going to be fun to watch for the rest of this season for sure. Julio Rodriguez is in the box right now. He is currently at a 1-2 count. I will say the shadows at T-Mobile Park right now are pretty brutal. Shadow is totally cut off right at the dirt in front of home plate, and that's going to be tough for well, it's probably not as bad when it's that close to the batter, but the more it gets away, it's going to suck a lot more. I have a personal story with shadows playing baseball. I was playing this game one time where the sun was going through a bunch of trees, which means it was a bunch of small pockets of shadows. So literally as the ball is coming, it's just like flashing. It's like strobing basically, and it was the worst thing ever. So shadows not fun. Northwest Sports on the EC. Hello, looking forward to this game. Absolutely, we're into it already. Some good action thus far. I use the restroom and Randy homers. Yep. I think you need to keep using the restroom every time he gets up, I think. So yeah, should you stay in there, Shanae? I think so. Julio Rodriguez strikes out, so we're now at 2 outs in the bottom of the first with Josh Naylor up to bat.
In Arizona, we pretty much don't have shadows, so it's pretty much if you can survive the sun, you'll be fine.
Not too many
It
trees.
does cause a problem on these
Yeah.
eyeballs, though. You're just fighting for your life.
Yeah, not a lot of trees in Phoenix. That was definitely one of my observations when I was down there earlier this year.
Mainly
Not a lot
first.
of green, which I'm used to.
Yeah.
I'm a little ahead, maybe.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, it's a 1-2 count to Josh Naylor from Peterson.
Protect the plate.
Ooh,
Oh man.
yeah, that was a pitcher's pitch. I mean, I don't know what you're going to do about that. Josh Naylor strikes out. So only the Randy Rosarena homer in the bottom of the first. Mariners leading 1-0, and we're back to Kade Anderson.
We're here for the real show.
Absolutely.
Aaron, yeah, I wanted to ask you, in your lifetime or that you can remember, in recent years, what pitcher debuts, right, are as big as Kade or bigger? Skeens, obviously.
Yeah, Skeens, Strasburg. Who else has been like really big?
That's the only two.
Miz.
Felix.
I don't even. I mean, Miz's debut was pretty big, but he like didn't get as much fanfare. I guess he was up there with like Kade. Skeens was just like national media everywhere.
Yep.
Felix, I mean, he was a 17-year-old, international, so not as big. I don't know,
Sure.
domestically maybe, but
Yeah.
even all around baseball, like, I mean, Schlittler, I was hyped once I saw him, but I didn't know about him before that at all.
Yeah.
Same thing with Miz, to be honest. Like, I barely knew about him in the minors. Only knew about him once he debuted, like, really like that. So,
Who's some other big names? I don't even know. I mean, maybe. I guess if we're talking internationally, like Yamamoto was pretty big.
definitely.
Yeah, I don't really know of any others.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
pretty much it.
Jared Perez and Grayson Rodriguez were hyped and didn't, necessarily ever take off. But like, I was really hyped for those. So yeah, it is just tricky to set that bar of hype because Skeens is way up here. Anderson's somewhere in the top couple that I've ever seen, but Strasburg, obviously, it's tough to set that line.
I think Strasburg's tough to top.
Oh man. Especially because of how it actually went, in retrospect. Like, it does matter to some degree how it actually goes.
Yeah, I think if Cade gives up 6 earned runs, then we're not looking back at this like some big deal, even though it still is. Michael Busch is in the box, swings over a slider for strike 1. Play a really well placed slider down and almost in the dirt.
That's good to see.
We can't hear you, Aaron. It's like the mic is like kind of being overtaken a little bit.
Hello.
It's better, yeah. It sounded like something was like covering the mic almost.
Just for a second. Yeah.
Quickly into an 0-2 count with Michael Busch. It's a foul ball, and now see if he can get his second career strikeout against a lefty.
I hate to spoil it, but he does.
Did he go? He went. So that's going to be a strikeout once Cal gets it to first, which he does. That is the second career strikeout for Kade Anderson.
Nice.
I'm trying to fix my mic, see if I can do anything more.
Northwest Sports on the UC, that came in right after I saw the strikeout. So the lag is not bad enough. So we're good. But yeah, that's the problem is like all three of us, all of our broadcasts are going to be different. All of your guys' broadcasts, if you're watching, are going to be different. But that's just, the nature of the live stream, right? Like, unfortunately, I don't have a way to like screen share my broadcast with the people watching that are in my lobby, at least. So we're all on the same time. But it is what it is.
It's been surprisingly good today. Like, it's been perfectly.
We're pretty on sync for the most part, you, me, and Dom. I don't know where Aaron's at, but he said he's a little bit ahead of us. So
I'm probably like a good 30 seconds ahead.
Okay.
Maybe 20.
Obviously, the barely any left-handed pitchers starting for the Mariners in recent years.
And Kade Anderson gets Nico Horner to fly out to Julio Rodriguez in center field for the second out.
For context, the first pitch to Tyrone Taylor just went.
What happened to Tyrone Taylor?
The first pitch just went in for a strike. So
Oh, okay. So you're a good 15 seconds.
I do like the little Ted Lasso song you got behind you there, Dom.
Hey, I appreciate it. Did you remember when we had like the whole stadium holding these up?
Yeah,
I still have a stack that's huge of these Believe signs.
it's pretty sweet.
Just collecting them on the last day of the season. I was a huge fan of that CS Rise team, that control the zone.
Yeah, as of right now, Kade Anderson has a 1-1 count to Tyrone Taylor. The second pitch is way up high. Seems like Kade is kind of struggling to get a full, I think, grip on some of his pitches. There was a little note I saw earlier that the minor league balls are not the same as the MLB balls, so that could be playing a little bit of a part in that. So he's still trying to get his grip down, I feel like. So he's at a 3-1 count now for Tyrone Taylor. He's just missing a lot arm side right now. Yep, and a walk to Tyrone Taylor, so it's going to be a runner on. Or Kade Anderson, his first runner allowed.
Yeah, for Kade, I mean, 32% in the zone through 25 pitches, so he's not in the zone much. He's throwing strikes. 64% strikes is actually exactly where you want to normalize to. That's like exactly bang average.
Yep, in the minor leagues this year in AA, only a 3-something% walk rate, so not super common for him. But like I said, given the circumstances right now, not totally shocking that we're getting some misses and all that. So
you can definitely tell that he's trying to go right at these hitters. So it's not like he's nervous to be his own.
Jeez. I'm sorry, that slider on the second pitch to Ramirez is pretty nasty. Oh, my God.
I mean, the talent is there. That's the part that we were talking about.
He just needs to get settled in, it is what it is. I think, you kind of have to give a little leeway on that first start. Another really solid breaking ball to Ramirez. He's getting this dude to fish a lot right now. One bounce in the dirt, and he's still got it to go. And
gosh, that angle just shows how nasty it is. It's just diving into the dirt.
1-2 count to Ramirez from Anderson with 2 outs, runner on first. And the pitch is way high for ball 2-2. It's like some of these breaking balls, like when he's getting a good handle on the breaking ball, like it's really good, but then you see them just keep slipping out too. And the 2-2 is fouled off. Kade Anderson currently at 31 pitches. Don't really know how much of a leash he's going to get. That's one thing we don't know. What his pitch count. I would imagine they're going to give him, 70-ish, 70 to 80 pitches, probably. The 2-2.
Challenge early.
He can't out of the zone.
That's not a good foul challenge. That's going to be ball 3.
That is tough.
Yeah, that was close. All right, Cal.
The challenges were really flying last night. The ump was missing those calls, and I mean, players were letting
Make
them
it
have
work.
it. Yeah.
First 3-2 count for Kade Anderson. See if he can put Ramirez away. He can. Nice slider down in the dirt for out number 3. His third strikeout of the night. Kade Anderson is through the second inning at 32 pitches. No hits allowed just yet. Only 1 base runner and a walk.
I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to ruin it.
Yeah, you can't. you can't ruin nothing. At least not when Cade's pitching. We gotta react to this live organically.
I'm just keeping a straight face, but no, it's especially those like big sweeping breaking balls are really working for him so far. I
Yeah.
think once he finds the command with that changeup, that fastball, it's going to open it up a lot more for him.
Yep.
Especially with
Sure.
how much they work off of those breaking balls. If he can, hit a couple spots with that fastball, with that breaking ball right off of that, and yeah, it's going to be deadly.
Oh yeah, 48%
So-
chase right now. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of check swings that are going around right now. So he's keeping the hitters off balance pretty well. And I think that's one thing we do have to be clear about as far as like the expectation for Kade. He's not going to go 8 innings. Like that's just not going to happen. They're not going to let him do that. Like I said, he's probably going to be capped 70 to 80 pitches in that realm. Because that's pretty much kind of where he's been all year, and this is his first full season in professional baseball, so they have to really watch his innings this year. So they can't let him go 100 something, 100 pitches in, or even in the 90s. They need to get him out 70 to 80 and keep it pretty clean. So I think what you're hoping for is, can you get 5 solid out of him? And if so, like that's what you want. So gotta preheat my oven. Pizza time. Hell yeah, Org King, thanks for letting us know. I
Love it.
appreciate that. Let's go.
How about some
Now I
Raleigh
want
pizza?
Yeah, Raleigh pizza. Raleigh pizza. Raleigh. Are you calling a Raleigh homer right now?
I guess I am. I
Okay.
guess I am.
We're putting the
I mean,
pieces
after
together.
yesterday- We know it's possible after yesterday.
Yeah, it is. He actually does know how to hit a ball, surprisingly.
And again, I was kind of talking about this with Sean. It's like I would rather bet that the really bad year is that all the Mariners are having right now is the more luck based outcome than the year where he hit 60 homers as a catcher in Seattle's Marine Lair. Like that,
Yeah.
if that was a lucky outcome, right? That's more than Griffey ever did. So be pretty
All right.
surprised. All right.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just getting back to the Taylor Ward.
Yeah, Taylor Ward up in the box right now. 1-2 count to him to lead off the second inning. Yeah, he's now in still 1-2 count. Better some holy smoke barbecue pizza. I don't know what that is, but hell yeah, brother. That's what I'm talking about.
That's the place at the stadium that sells it.
Oh, is it? Okay, gotcha. I was like, I thought I heard that name, but I'm like, one, the likelihood you live near me is low, so I'm like, holy smoke. I'm like, yeah, but that's right. I remember holy smoke barbecue.
Based on Rick's holy smokes.
Nice. I tried I've tried the Moto pizza once, and it's I was really excited for the pizza because it was like a crab topped pizza. I love crab. I was like, hell yeah, this is gonna be awesome. But then they didn't put the red sauce, and so it was just like cheese and crab. And I'm like, what is this? Like, it wasn't bad. It's just like, give me some red sauce, man.
Weird.
Make this a pizza, and I probably would have been in heaven. But whatever.
Is this Aaron?
That is Aaron.
Oh my god.
Hi.
You haven't seen him for
Oh my god. I'm
Been a
alive,
minute.
I promise.
yeah, been a little while. Yeah, she's alive. Is
I
Kate?
will not come back to Arizona. That place is
No.
scary.
Okay.
What is wrong with that place?
Dom isn't aware of that story, but we'll tell that
was only
when we're not on live stream. That's a off stream discussion. But no, Sean asked, is Taylor Ward the worst Mariner ever? I mean, we just saw Rob Refsnyder for until through July, so
I mean, there's a lot of guys to pick from on that list between
That's true.
Tommy Listella and Rob Refsnyder.
I will say I think Tommy Listella was a lot worse. Like, I think he in since I've been watching since the end of 2022, I do think Tommy Listella was the worst player I've watched on my screen.
I think
Like,
since
bar none.
2022, that's pretty fair.
He could not do anything. He couldn't field. He was the DH, so he couldn't field. And then he just looked like you put a random double A dude into the box every night. And he got a couple lucky hits, but like he had like I can only remember like 2 hits he ever had.
He was an all-star like 2 years before.
Yeah, that's the only reason he had well, hey,
Okay.
Cal Raleigh gets a single. There you go.
Raleigh
He
pizza, let's
couldn't
go.
hit or run or field.
Hey, so Tuffy Gosawish, in terms of like pure bad offensive stats, that guy, he was a catcher for days with the Mariners, maybe
Mhm.
weeks.
I think though you can't say a worst Mariner and have him like had only been up for a few days. Like you need to, and you have to have had at least like a month or more.
Totally, which is why my
I was
answer,
there for a minute.
I would say like Michael Wipe, like that guy was bad. Rob Rasmussen as a reliever was not a
Mhm.
fan. I mean, Steve Cishek was, pretty bad. If you want to go with somebody who like, had a bad experience, the Fernando Rodney experience, right? You can't forget that. But again, there was some good to offset some of the bad with those guys. So
Yeah. All right. Cade's Louisiana fans are grateful for y'all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Cool to have some Cade LSU fans in here. Appreciate that we can all celebrate this together, even if you guys aren't Mariner fans per se. Appreciate that. Rob Refsnyder versus Taylor Ward. We upgraded. I think it's a wash at this point. So, but I think Taylor Ward has a better likelihood of ending the year, but having been okay, maybe we'll see.
I think Ward's better for sure. And I mean,
Yeah.
do I know?
I think
No.
he just hasn't been walking, and there's just like I think if he was walking more, we'd be like, okay, like at least he's doing that. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
And
the first
that
two
might
walks-
be coming.
the first two
I
walks-
have more faith that Taylor Ward is going to figure it out than I did for Rob Refsnyder. I guess that's a
Right.
better way to put it.
Refsnyder, I mean, was about to retire, and he did. Like so, that's
Mhm.
it was worse than any of us could have, foreseen. Again, internally that was pretty bad. Seems like.
It's unfortunate too, just given his track record in Boston, but hitting with the Green Monster there
Mhm.
probably helped him quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, I think, part of me wants to say it wasn't the word, it wasn't necessarily bad process that they got Rob Refsnyder.
No,
But I do think, we're at a point now where if they try to get another lefty masher that's in their mid 30s, I'm going to be very skeptical immediately, even if they have a good track record. Weston Wilson grounds out for the last out of the second inning. We go into the top of the third. Once again, Kade Anderson on the bump at 32 pitches. At least Ref retired before becoming an Astro. That's true. He literally just said, I'm not signing with you. Like they wanted to sign him. He's like, I'd rather retire. GOAT, in my opinion. I should probably
I'd agree there.
All right.
yeah, I mean the process behind the Refsnyder signing was good. I still liked it, but you got to be skeptical about getting more late 30s, mid 30s veteran types. I feel like that hasn't worked out too well, and it doesn't work out in general that often. I mean, you get some that are hits. I mean, Tommy Pham had his moments around the league not too long ago, but then you get a lot of those Colton Wong type guys. It's just not something that works out too well too often.
I think. Go ahead.
I mean, I had 2 videos, calling it like a perfect fit right before, like a week before that signing. I'm like, this would be a perfect fit. And then, the day of it, I'm like, well, yeah, this is why it'll work. The process, loved it. Then obviously, it works out the way it does. But you look at it, and there is how many hitters, right-handed hitters who have succeeded in that left field, in history. Nelson Cruz is one of them. There's not too many. So, the fact that, like you do have to go back to the drawing board. You have to look at, like, Teoscar Hernandez didn't like it. A lot of Gino Suarez, likes it, but then doesn't perform well enough to justify it in certain ways. So you do have to look at it and try to figure out. Arroyo might break.
He's done all right, I'd say.
I think Arroyo has to be maybe your prime like DH next year, like because he's kind of positionless right now. And you could probably put him in a corner outfield spot and whatever, but you really want to keep him. I think what you do is because Randy Rosarena is gone after this year, right? Like he's not going to resign. No, I think there is a 0% chance he resigns here, right? So you're going to have a left field spot open. The problem I have though with that is Michael Arroyo, I think, would be better suited in a DH spot, and then when Cal needs to DH, that's when you put Michael Arroyo into a corner outfield spot for a game at a time. And then, but you have to keep Arroyo's bat in there, I think, because he's going to be too much. I think he's going to be one of the better just pure hitters on the Mariners next year. Like it's a really good shot. It's a little surprising he's still not up because we're past the PPI Rookie of the Year thing. I'm not really sure what's going on there. I think he just has struggled a little bit, but that's it recently. But Kade Anderson has a 0-2 count to Alcantara, and he strikes him out. That is Kade Anderson's fourth strikeout of the game. He absolutely obliterates Kelvin Alcantara. It's Alcantara, right?
Alcantara, yeah. That is his first on the four-seam fastball, though. So, and it's his first whiff on the four-seam fastball. So, it's exciting.
Yeah, he plays that pretty well.
Yeah, right up in the heart of the zone. So,
why did I?
Like you said, Aaron.
Why did the Mariners just tweet OMG? What? Or I guess we're about to see. Miguel Amaya's up 1-0 count. What did they tweet? Oh my God, about? That is a skyscraper. Randy Rosarena. He jumps. And he robs the homer. Randy Rosarena. Home run robbery for Kade Anderson. It is MLB debut. Wow. Okay, that's why. That makes sense. Incredible. His glove was all the way. It was down and over the fence.
Yeah.
Wow.
He grabbed that out of the bullpen almost.
Wow. No. That's incredible. Great catch from Randy Rosarena.
That comes out of the glove 9 times out of 10.
Anderson tips his cap. That's great. That's some good stuff right there. Well, and then here comes PCA after you almost just gave up a bomb. All right. Dustin, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Member of the channel, Dustin Spear. Let's go. Wow. Okay. Well, Randy Rosarena is not obviously the best defender, so that's a little. He's had those home run robberies before though, so it's not totally surprising. But sometimes, it's 95% of the time he looks pretty lost in left field. But that was incredible. PCA grounds out to Cole Young to end the inning. And that's a pretty quick 1-2-3. If you want to call it that, a 1-2-3 inning for Kade Anderson. All right.
It was a 1-2-3 with style.
Yeah, absolutely. So Kade Anderson's current line right now, 3 innings pitched, no hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He's at 41 pitches right now.
Yeah.
It's halfway to a quality start.
Good start.
Absolutely. Hey, I can put him on the quality start tracker. Let's go, dude. And I can immediately give him a green, hopefully. That would be nice. All right. And there we go. Can we please sign Randy? Unfortunately, I just don't think that's gonna I don't see him re-signing here, unfortunately.
He's gonna get a lot somewhere.
He's gonna get a lot, and he's kind of had his things, you know what I mean, over this team.
I would say you put it at 0. I would say there's a 5% chance he resigns.
Yeah, I don't think it's nothing, but I have a hard time believing the Mariners will pursue very aggressively for him. So
I agree, but I could talk you up from probably 0 to 5. Like it's just not 0. Like there is
sure.
chance that the off season just goes away where it's like, you know what, we got to bring Randy back.
Yeah.
Right. Or he hits 10 in September, right?
Shanae says Randy will go back east. He he could go back to Tampa Bay. Like honestly, like I could see him going back to Tampa Bay,
Miami
potentially,
even.
or Miami. Yeah, like he would actually not be a terrible fit for Miami just because, they're a young team, can get a veteran guy who mashes, right? Like, yeah. Was that catch defensive play of the year for the M's? As of now, yeah, probably. Because I can't remember this year first of all, I can't remember any home run robberies. So
Ref Snyder has.
Ref Snyder, okay, you know what? I think if you're pure athletic ability, Ref Snyder's was better.
Was it? Really?
Because it was on the run, full on, like it was on the sprint, full on catch extension, everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas Randy had a second to kind of camp under it. You know what I mean?
Then a game time shot in the third inning.
Yeah. JP's flip play.
I think I would say Ref Snyder's is probably the best. And then I think Randy's not far behind. He's like very close to. And then you could probably find a Cole Young play somewhere, honestly. So,
yeah.
Like, unfortunately, I can't really remember any, like, 5-star plays for Julio this year. So,
there's been a robbery or two from him.
This year, though, I just don't remember one this year. Like, I don't think he's had one really since, like, either one of the series in Baltimore last year or like Tatis or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like he has. I don't know, but
that's a good video idea though. At the end of the season, looking like maybe like the top 5 defensive plays of the year or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So looking at when it's the bottom half of the inning, I'm going to be looking more at chat than the game because I'm obviously here for Kade. I'm not here for the offense all that much.
Right.
Not gonna lie. Mariners going to easily win this game. Cubs have horrible ABs. I mean, you kind of have to make that determination, right? Is how much of it is Kade? How much is it bad ABs, right? Like, there have been a couple bad ones, but I also think there's been a couple where Kade was just kind of ridiculous on some of those breaking balls.
I think that does answer a lot of the things that I kind of try to look at with the 1-0 stuff. It's like, how many pitches are thrown in the game, how many, pitch to pitch, basically pitch, amounts and stuff. Is it's like Kade is good at using that stuff to his advantage, at setting up these guys to look like they're having bad at bats, and to have these look like they're having bad swings, indecisive, check swings. So
Yep.
it is really hard to parse out where the skill is there, but there definitely is something that's intriguing to watch about it.
Yep, I agree.
Randy's homered, robbed a homer, and now he's walked. So he's having a pretty good game for himself.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks for spoiling a walk, Aaron. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really care. Not for a walk, but you can't spoil like a homer.
Into the chat.
The cops in the background of the Randy replay with the jaws dropping. That was great. All right. Well, we're back to the top of the lineup for the Mariners side. Randy Rosarena with 1 out, walks. Runner on for Dom Canzone, who grounded out in his first AB.
What's on Canzone's bat?
I hopefully we'll see a little bit. It's not showing well enough. I hope it's something Italian, but it probably isn't.
Yeah.
Squirtle. No, that's Blastoise. I saw Blastoise.
Oh.
He is a big Pokemon guy. That's what I've heard and what I've been told.
Yeah.
He's a huge Pokemon guy.
They were talking about that in the San Diego series on the broadcast.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Charles from Circling Seattle Sports told me that Dominic is a big Pokemon Go guy.
All right.
Which that would be such a good interview question to ask him. Like, what's the best Pokemon that you've pulled at T-Mobile Park at a whatever they call them, station or whatever?
Yeah. Who's the best Pokemon guys in the MLB?
What's your favorite Pokemon? Which Pokemon do you think you could
Obviously,
hit for a homer farthest?
Blastoise or whatever's on his back.
Yeah, I think it definitely looked like Blastoise because I thought Squirtle for a second, but it was like not Squirtle. It was like an evolutionized Squirtle. I think it was Blastoise. So I wonder if
Maybe
that's his
it's
favorite.
Wartortle.
Wartortle.
No, I know Blastoise when I see it. That was Blastoise for sure.
I never saw it, so.
My favorite Pokemon is Charmeleon.
Ooh.
That's a great
You know,
name.
it's Charmander, or I mean Charizard. What am I talking
I loved those Pokemon
We got
games
a
on the
great
DS when I was growing up.
Blastoise.
Oh, Diamond and Pearl. Yeah.
Jake knows
Yeah.
Pokeball.
I only know I don't know Pokemon enough, especially not compared to a lot of people, because the last time I played the games on the DS was like, I mean, that had to have been middle school. Like, I don't think I played it at all in high school. So I'm like, anything from high school on for me is a total memory gap, or knowledge gap, I should say. But I would love to have like a Switch so I could play a Pokemon game. I would play it so hard. I think I have an emulator on my phone, which maybe is illegal for me to say, but oh
I
well.
did have one of those one time too. I don't know.
One time, I don't have it anymore.
One time in theoretically, you know, in a video game.
Yeah, theoretically in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Pokemon Soul Silver is number 1. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'm a Pikachu and Eevee fan. Let's go. Yep, those are some of the base ones for sure. Easy to love. Okay, then another question for you guys then, with Julio Rodriguez in the bat right now. So, when you're playing those Pokemon games, obviously, at the very beginning, you have a choice. You have a grass type, a water type, or a fire type. Which one tended to attract you the most?
Water all day.
Water.
Fire
okay.
every time.
Yeah, I was a fire guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Every time.
Sorry, Aaron.
I just know. I know the type of people I'm dealing with now.
Okay. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but all right. Oh, Randy just got picked off. No, he didn't. Are they gonna challenge
No
that?
challenge. No challenge.
No challenge. Okay.
We're safe. We're safe.
He was very close. He was definitely caught leaning.
It looked rough.
I think this was safe, but
No challenge anyway, so we're good.
okay, sweet.
So Julio Rodriguez up to bat, 0-2 count. Struck out his first time.
Get back in the
I
count
mean,
here.
water types had like all of the cutest Pokemon, I think. Like just in
Yeah.
terms of cuteness factor.
And Julio Rodriguez strikes out for the last out of the third inning. No, I distinctly remember playing. Was it Blaziken? Let me see. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I have the inverse.
Yeah, Blaziken was my goat for a while. I don't remember what game I was playing, but yeah, Blaziken was like my dude. Yeah, it was one. I think it was Sapphire. I think I remember having Sapphire. So
I barely played Sapphire, just a little bit. I
Mhm.
played. I don't know if I ever even got the Blaziken. I played Diamond a lot. Got the. I think I had the action replay thing they sold at GameStop.
Oh, I did too. I had action replay because there was a certain I could never find cut, man. I couldn't figure out how to get cut, and it was pissing me off because there was those little damn trees. I need to get past the little damn tree. I can't find cut. I need action replay to get cut.
So, well,
Yep.
for me, it was like kids would talk about Arceus, the god of all Pokemon, whatever, Arceus or whatever, and
Uh-huh.
this thing, and eventually it like came out as a real Pokemon, but it was almost like this unreleased Pokemon, and people would cheat it into the game with the action replay, or it was like already in there, and you had to cheat it onto your,
Yeah.
dial. I don't know, but it was this
Yeah.
big thing. That was when I exited too. As soon as I hit high school, high school sports. I think I was, and they went to like I think X and Y, and I was okay. This is or black and white, something like that. And I think that was
Black, I think black was like the last one I played on the DS. But I mean, my Pokemon knowledge is not what it may be with some.
Yeah, I mean, my Pokemon knowledge isn't huge, like I said, but at the same time, that was some of my favorite gaming times of like my whole life. Was just a Pokemon phase I had on the DS. That was my stuff. I remember playing it literally all day, every day for like a whole month, if not more. So,
oh yeah.
well, Kate Anderson's going to start the fourth inning against Seiya Suzuki. I'll have Alex Bregman after that, and then Michael Bush, I believe.
Halfway to a great debut in the books.
First pitch, Seiya Suzuki is a strike that is not challenged. Curveball's a bit inside.
Really barely got the edge.
The 0-1 is swung on and popped up. Julio Rodriguez. It's going to hit some grass, though. Everyone
There
was just
you
kind of
go.
aligned away from it, kind of went into that Bermuda Triangle. So that's the first hit for the Cubs
There
off
goes
of
the
Kate
number.
Anderson.
First hit allowed in the big leagues.
Yep. Congrats, Seiya Suzuki. You were the best hitter I've ever seen in my life.
So far, Bryce Miller, in terms of debuts, owns Kate Anderson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kate. I remember Bryce's debut. That was a
Miller,
exciting
the
game.
Miller off. That was,
And Mason Miller, when he was a starter, yeah, that was awesome game for like 6 innings. And then it became really disappointing.
bad ending.
Man.
Oof. Gets that swing and miss on a changeup to Bregman for an 0-2. That changeup is pretty nasty to righties right now. They're swinging and missing a lot if he's landing it. Like, it's not even close to a strike, too. So he's getting a big whiff. The 0-2 to Bregman is popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Josh Naylor looks like he's camped under it, and he is. Big threat put away in Bregman for out number 1.
Wow.
Sorry, no Pokemon talk while Kate Anderson is on the bump,
No.
ladies and gentlemen. That is a legal law, U.S. Penal Code something.
Me for Kate Anderson's debut. That's why we had the polos on, Aris. Gotta
We're
Formal to the
show some
function.
respect to Kate Anderson.
dress code. I mean, he did wear a polo when he came to
Yeah,
his draft.
this was totally intentional. This was really
Yeah.
planned out.
It's like a golf course, a dress code.
Dom and I actually sent a text. We were like, let's leave Jake out of this.
I know. I'm like, I should have known. I mean, I don't think I have a polo, but I'm like, okay, I would have found a way to dress up. I don't know. I guess I should have, it's my fault for not thinking of that myself. Huge swing and miss for Michael Bush on a slider.
Been
1-2.
around down there inside the ballpark.
Well, I knew all my clips reacting to Cade after the game are going to go viral, so that's why I had to wear my Race of Trident shirt so everyone knows to go to Race of Trident fourth wall. I'm just...
Smart.
All right, Cade. 1-2 count to Michael Bush.
Always ahead.
2-2.
Jinx that.
Yeah, right as he spikes one in the dirt.
Kate is another member of the Clean Shaven Club. So that's why we had to leave you out of it, Jake.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, nice strikeout, Michael Bush. That slider
Yeah.
freezes him for the 5th strikeout
Yeah.
of his debut.
That was at the top of the zone too. 5 straight sliders.
Totally fooled him. Buckled him. Like that's a good strikeout right there.
This is a bizarre sequence of 5 sliders just in really weird different places.
Well, hey, he got a strikeout. That's all we care about. Nico Horner up to bat, 2 outs. Takes strike 1.
Oh, the comp that I had earlier was Justin Verlander post Tommy John with the Astros, where second game of the at home of the year, he just kills the Mariners with 94 miles an hour and some breaking balls. And he won the Cy Young that year. He didn't have the overpowering four seamer though, but it felt like it was like pitchability. They talked about the same exact things. So I don't know. That's kind of what I thought of.
I mean, I really liked what the broadcast showed there with the different angles to the lefties versus righties. It's something that a lot of guys struggle with, and if he can have that, obviously the ability to get both of those out this early in his career, it's going to take him really far.
Yeah, what Aaron is referencing is that to lefties, Kade Anderson in the stretch is lined up basically on the total left part of the rubber. And then to righties, he's on almost the total right part of the rubber. So he's changing where he's basically launching from for his pitches. And so far it's working pretty well. See if it keeps going.
Is great, but for some guys that can mess with their delivery, keeping that consistent. So
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure Cade's been doing it all year, so he's probably pretty used to it now. But
seems like he hasn't had a tough time.
No, not yet.
We'll
no,
see.
but I will say
leaguers are
though,
different.
like I'm really excited to see the version of Kade Anderson we get in 2027. Granted, obviously, if we have baseball in 2027, a ground out to Leo Rivas, and that ends the fourth inning. Kade Anderson continues to impress right now. So line update for Kade Anderson: 4 innings pitched, only 1 hit, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He's currently at 57 pitches. He might be able to get through 6 potentially, depending on how efficient his 5th is. So good stuff there. What I was trying to say though is if we get baseball in 2027, I'm really excited to see what the Mariners do in regards to Kade Anderson, because like obviously they're not going to keep it just what he's been doing. Like they're going to try to make improvements, even though, for a guy who pitched the way he has in the minor leagues, you wouldn't necessarily think there's a lot of improvements there, but there absolutely is, right? And every pitcher in general has things that they continue to improve on throughout their careers. So really interested to see, going into 2027, if they are tinkering with anything, if they make any, either subtle changes to certain things to really try to keep boosting up his arsenal, will be, with a potentially longer off season than he would normally get, what they could do with him. Shanae said, I remember Logan Evans' debut against the Nats last year, 8 innings, 1 hit. I don't remember that, but if that's the line, that's pretty incredible. I don't remember him. I do remember it being pretty good. I just don't remember if there was a lot of strikeouts or not, but yeah, Logan Evans I do remember now, really good debut at home.
Yeah. Evans, another guy who, more of the supinator, like I was talking about earlier. He's not like, just get down the hill with velocity, but he's got, a bigger package of breaking balls, and those guys can just be, slower to catch up to several times through the order and stuff like that. So Kade, Kade 10 swinging strikes on 57 pitches. Obviously the 1 hit, just 1 hard hit, what should have been the home run that Randy robbed. And not too many balls to put in play. 8, on 57 pitches, not half bad. So encouraging stuff. And he's going out of the zone too. Like he's just not giving that many, 39% in the zone is real low, right? So there's not many pitches in the zone for the Cubs to hit. Then 59% zone swing for the Cubs. So there's not that many pitches in the zone, and they're not swinging at them, when they do get them, because they're, deceptive. That's basically what the Mariners face off against every single night, so that's when your pitcher actually does that, when you're the Mariners, it gives you a lot better of a chance, than when the other, like you're just getting a lot less, chances at getting a hit than the other team. Is what it boils down to.
You know, and the thing with this debut that I think, a couple people mentioned, but I think really can't be understated, is that, it's not like they're bringing Kate up for a home start against, like, let's say the current Athletics offense, or, something like that, like a really poor offense like the Reds or something. They're bringing him up against and I think some people could even argue, like, one of the best offenses in the entire league right now. Like a huge, huge test for him. And, granted, there is a little bit of pushback on, it's his first MLB debut, so they have a lot less data than they normally would on any other pitcher on the Cubs side of things. So that certainly, helps Cade. But regardless, I mean, he's facing PCA, he's facing, Seiya Suzuki and Alex Bregman and Nico Horner, a lot of really great hitters, and so far, he's holding his own very, very well. So very encouraging, at this point. So Cal Raleigh right now in the box, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Just got a cookie that he could have probably left the whole ballpark with, but doesn't swing on it.
One for one, just build on something, man.
Ooh, good change up from Peterson. 1-2. I wouldn't mind trying to get Seiya in the offseason. Yeah, they could try. I would not mind that either. I know he's been floated before, just as like a potential trade target. So, oh, is he a free agent? I thought he's not going to be a trade guy. He's going to be a free agent.
Yeah, let me confirm. Yes, he's a free agent.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Whenever it comes to literally any free agent, I'm gonna always be in the let's see camp. We'll see if the Mariners try.
This year he's making 19 million, and I think that's probably an underpay.
Yeah, I think here's the thing though. Randy Arozarena is going to be off the books. Obviously, they saved a lot of money on the Luis Castillo trade, which they didn't. I mean, they didn't do anything with that money this trade deadline. And then, I think Taylor Ward's getting some money, but he's going to be a free agent as well. So some guys coming off the books that, could give them some flexibility. But once again, it's the Mariners. So I don't fault you if you don't really get a whole lot of hope from that. And this offseason is also going to be weird. Once the lockout happens on December 1st, they won't be able to do anything. There's no transactions while there's a lockout happening. So there's that. So they would have to get a lot of moves done before December 1st. Cal Raleigh walks. Good stuff from him. But yeah, they're gonna have to get a lot of moves done before December 1st, and then, depending on how long the lockout goes, they may only have a couple weeks after the lockout ends before games start to do anything else. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle this offseason. But at the same time, I mean, obviously, I don't think they're going to do nothing, right? Like that would be absurd. They know that they would get crucified if they did nothing in general. But, and then you have guys like Michael Arroyo who are going to be factoring into that conversation. You might have some other arms that are factoring into some conversations, maybe not yet a guy like a Mason Peters, for example, but I think you would be in the bullpen having some talks about Christian Little with the Everett Aqua Sox right now, stuff like that. Cole Young grounds out for the last out of the 4th inning. Going into the top of the 5th, Kade Anderson going to be back up on the bump.
All right,
Dodgers owner's fraud case mixed in. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about that, but yeah, we'll see what
right
that
back.
does.
when Cade's back up on the phone. Gotta go get some
Okay.
more water.
Yep.
On my channel, I always do hydration breaks and when I realize I'm talking too long or something. So hydration
Yeah.
break, everybody.
Absolutely. Aaron, did you know that on the broadcast they showed Cattell Marte's in Seattle right now? I'm just kidding. You're like sore subject.
I don't want to say too much about Cattell right now.
Okay, fair enough. Absolutely. Totally fine.
I think that that subject's a little sore at the moment.
You don't want to get in trouble or anything like that, but he'll be back. You guys will make the postseason and everyone will be happy.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, because like, where are you guys at in the postseason picture right now?
Like just out of it. I think 1 to 2 games behind the Padres.
Okay. What's your, in conjunction with the Padres, like the schedule for, the rest of the season? Is it
The
looking
last 3
favorable or
against the Padres?
Oh, okay. So as long as you stay close, like you have a chance.
Yeah, and of course, I think our schedule might be a little lighter. I know our schedule's definitely lighter compared to the Phillies.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. I mean, your guys, I know not Gallon, but like your pitching in general has been certainly a lot better than last year. It seems like, right?
Yeah, I mean, Gallon's been hurt. Fought's been really good. But we do have, at the moment, quite a few injuries. Corbin Burns is making his way back. Gallon's making his way back. Ryan Nelson's making his way back.
Just got Justin Martinez back.
Justin Martinez. So
Yeah, I was just been looking thus far.
I mean, he's had 2 outings, both of them scoreless.
But does he looks like similar to maybe how he did beforehand?
Gotta find his hand again, but so looking at remaining strength of schedule right now, the hardest schedules left are the Reds, Cubs, Braves, Marlins. Up there is the Phillies. Padres are right in the middle. The easiest schedule in baseball remaining at number 30 is the Seattle Mariners. So that's something.
Well, that's the thing, right? You have tonight, you have tomorrow against the Cubs, you have 3 against the Phillies, and then your whole September is pretty much all AL West teams except for like the Rockies for 3. So like
Rangers.
Yeah, well, I guess there's also Boston. I forgot Boston. We're going to Boston too, so that's going to be rough. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much it's just the Rockies, Blue Jays, and the Red Sox. That's not AL West.
Yeah, September is good. It's just I've had a hard time believing just because they've just put themselves in such a hole for. Like my thing was, September schedule is obviously super easy, which is good, but it's like if you're 10 games under, like who gives a shit? So Switch is muted. Hello, Switch.
Hello.
Hey.
We're here.
What's up, Switch?
That's Switch from Twitter.
Oh my God, Aaron.
One of the elites of MLB Twitter is in my stream right now.
We're
His
just
name is
talking
Aaron.
about remaining strength of schedule and how, by the math, the Mariners have the easiest in baseball.
All right, so Tyrone Taylor walks and then is now stolen second on Kade Anderson with no outs.
What's the count for y'all?
1-0.
Okay. Yeah, since we're on Fox, I'm not ahead like I usually am, so I think I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, not surprising from a guy making his debut, not exactly holding runners super well tonight, but you know, is what it is. But he's kind of spraying the ball a little bit right now in the fifth, 2-0 count to Ramirez. Is this Augustine Ramirez or is this someone else?
This is Pedro Ramirez.
Pedro Ramirez. Okay.
Yeah, switch hitting infield prospect. He's pretty solid. He's not anything like crazy exciting, but he's a good floor prospect from what I've been able to gather. How do you spell Peterson? Is there E-N or O-N?
Owen.
Yeah, Serenity's at the game, so I have to upload the Randy Homer. I'm a little late, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm jealous
Oh.
of him so much.
Of course, he had tickets to the game.
See, I don't know, I don't know when I can say anything because I'm so far ahead of everyone seemingly.
If it's just offensively, like when we're on offense, like kind of whatever, as far as spoiling stuff.
Yeah, when Cade's up,
But when Cade's up, yeah, we're not going to spoil
kind of
much.
wait for you guys to say anything.
Yeah.
Back on.
Yep. Welcome
Hey,
back,
boot it
Dom. Hydration break done.
That's right.
So right now, Kade Anderson with Ramirez up 2-1 count, no outs, runner on second. Right now, Ramirez just bunted foul, just barely foul. And we'll see if Anderson can get out of this jam at all. Only has a 1-run lead right now. It's not super helpful in that regard. Ramirez
So
fouls
Cade's
one
topped
off.
out at 95.5. That's kind of what I figured. It's got
That was-
16 IVB with the ball.
Yeah, so
was-
apparently Brendan
was-
Donovan was hit in the head by a baseball in the batting cages ahead of the game.
Oh.
And that's why
I'm sorry, what?
Donovan was scratched like 5 minutes before game time.
Okay.
Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, well,
That's pretty
all right.
annoying considering how hot he's been.
yeah, we probably would be up a couple runs right now if we had him, but okay. Hopefully it's not like concussion IL stuff where he's going to be gone for another 10 days. All right, Cade. Full count to Ramirez right now. 68 pitches. He's probably getting closer to his mark. Probably not going to get through the full inning, but he needs to get an out or two here. 3-2 is lined and a base hit through the gap, but Tyrone Taylor is going to hold it at third. It's going to be runners on the corners with no outs for the Cubs. We are getting to the bottom half of their lineup, though, but I would imagine they're not going to let ECA see him again. So Kevin Alcantara is going to be up, struck out in third. See if Cade can get maybe a double play, even if it ties the game. Just get a couple outs here. That's what we mainly need. That slider is way high, 4-1. Looks like Bizardo and maybe Sir Anthony Dominguez, but at least Bizardo are about to get warm. Surprised no one's been warming up yet. Alcantara flies out to Dominic Canzone. It's going to be a sac fly. Tyrone Taylor's definitely going to get in for the first run for the Cubs. But it's going to tie the game. But at the end of the day, man, like, it's 1 run. So I'm not necessarily, like, mad. Like, you weren't going to win 1-0 against the Cubs. So...
No, that's not how it works.
yeah. We'll see if Cade can get out of the inning at least. 1 out, runner on first is a lot more palatable right now. Maybe get a double play ball, and he's going to get a chopper to Weston Wilson, who gets
Bang!
a second and a first for the double play. Good shit from Cade Anderson. Gets out of the inning. Great
Okay.
stuff, man.
Okay.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Huge double play. Needed that. Probably not going to go out. So I'm going to preemptively say final line for Kade Anderson's MLB debut. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts on 72 pitches. Good
Just
stuff
two
from Kade.
hard hits.
2 hard hits. Is that what you said?
Just 2 hard hits. Yeah, the homer and then the one other from Alcantara, I think.
They have a 104 XBA as a team. 104.
Incredible.
That's
Yeah, 2 hard hit balls, and that's it.
Hell of a debut. A lot of uncomfortable swings from the Cubs.
Absolutely.
And
41%
and,
change.
it started a little off, adjusting the ball, maybe some nerves, but he was attacking the hitters right from the start. So.
Yeah, I would say so. The one downside I'd say with Kade is it certainly seemed like he was maybe struggling to get a good feel on the MLB baseball. Like I said way earlier on, I guess it is a little bit different than the minor league baseballs. So he was having a lot of especially breaking balls that were just kind of super high and outside, like just kind of not breaking or doing anything, like they slipped basically. So that's a thing that, he's going to refine. He's going to get more used to the MLB ball, and he'll get there. So that's something to consider. But regardless, great final line in general for Kade Anderson. Ends up going 38% slider, 32% four seam, 21% changeup, and 10% curveball. At this time, he gets 55% whiff rate on that slider. 41% called strike plus whiff on that slider. Incredible stuff there. Only 8% whiff on the fastball, which kind of makes sense. It's probably his weakest pitch at the end of the day. And then, a 50% whiff rate on the curveball. So, and 29% called strike plus whiff on the curveball on that. Let's see. Any other interesting stats?
He went 36% in the zone. Like I can't remember the last time a Mariners pitcher had a zone rate that low through 72 pitches. So the fact that
And
he's willing
actually succeed.
exactly. It's honestly, I mean, when's the last time we had a guy who had nasty stuff below the zone like that?
Yeah, once again,
Son, Ryan Sloan's doing what?
what?
5 innings, 1 hit, 11 Ks?
That's Ryan Sloan.
This dude
for
is
ya.
nuts. Who hit the fucking homer? Some dude named Levinson. All right.
Yeah,
Zach
and then
Levinson,
like
yeah,
Switch
NPC.
pointed out, 104 expected batting average against Kade Anderson from the pretty much one of the best offenses in baseball in the Chicago Cubs. Pretty incredible stuff for Kade. Don't know for sure if he's going to go back out there, but I would be shocked if he did.
As everyone expects,
Wow, okay,
Weston
Weston.
Wilson lead off hit.
I was surprised
Let's go,
he wasn't
Wes.
in the lineup initially. Somebody posted it. I think it was Ben Ranieri. He posted that Wilson was 4 for 9 with 2 doubles against Peterson. So I was kind of surprised he wasn't starting.
All right.
Serenity told me someone's in the pen warming / just standing there. I don't know who.
Weston Wilson definitely draws a lot of hate, and I see why too. But I've liked his at bats.
My thing with Weston is, bless his heart, he cannot feel the ground ball at third to save his life. But also, he's also, but to be fair, he is one of those guys who just kind of can run into one, which is not terrible. But at the same time, he's also not good in general. But did Leo Rivas just get hit by a pitch?
Maybe, or was the bat?
Council's just doing nothing but bitching this
It
weekend.
was an attempt.
Council might get ejected for the second game in a row.
Well, he pulls it back. That is a clear hit by pitch. Stop whining.
Clear.
Yeah, that's a hit by pitch. Not even close.
And he's not even showing bunt. Like, come on.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
He pulls it back very early. Doesn't get ejected, but
Oh, good restraint from him.
Wow, that's a sick robbery.
Hey, 2-on with no one out. I think he'll take that over a sack bunt. Yeah.
2 hits, 1 run. Well, shaping up like a good inning potentially. Bottom of the 5th, no outs. Runners on first and second now. So see if they can get something going.
All right, Randy, the man of the hour.
You said 2 hard hit balls against him, right?
Yeah.
Against Cade. How do
Yep.
you? I'm trying to figure out for Savant how you figure that out because isn't there's a lightning bolt, but that's bat speed. Never mind.
It's on the box score. On
Oh
the
my
game
god. Let's
thing.
go.
So
Bases
Is that an
loaded,
infield hit?
nobody out.
Yeah, bases loaded, no
Wow.
outs. Randy Rosarena.
all right.
No, how do you? Because I see the red for exit velo, but
So
that's
for
it.
What do
you
you
go to
looking for?
box score. Go to box score. There's like
Uh-huh.
scoreboard, Vizcast. You know, when you go to box score, then you go.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. Now I learned something.
Of course. And then the player breakdowns is what I usually use for like all the pitching stuff. Like that has the swinging strikes. I think you were looking at something similar earlier. What were you looking at to see the whiff rate earlier?
Player breakdowns.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That's
So in total, if you count everything, 29% whiff rate tonight, 26 called strike plus whiff rate in general. So
which yeah, the good part is like 10 swinging strikes on 72 pitches, which like swinging strikes is like over 72 pitches, whereas whiff rate is 10 over 35 swings. But like 12% swinging strike rate is like really good. So 10 on 72 is well over 12%, right? That's going to be, and he actually had like 10 on 56 or something. So didn't get one of the last 15 or so pitches, but
Okay.
the whole 5th inning.
is that a double play?
Nope. Beats out a potential double play ball. Drives in the run.
Okay,
Good work.
cool. Sorry, I had another tab open. It was blocking my my view. Yeah, good job from Dom to hustle down the line right there. Good stuff.
Yeah, this
Keeps
like Stan and
two runners
Jared just
on
said,
for
it's
you.
been a hustle inning between Randy hustling and now Dom hustling. Like this stuff matters.
And we haven't seen a lot of it this year, so
No,
know,
apparently
it's nice
Johnny
to see
Carmelo
finally.
just got ejected.
Really?
Yeah.
well,
What was
Julio
he doing?
Rodriguez.
Wonder what happened there.
Yeah, sorry. Well, wonder what he was doing. Yeah.
I would guess it's a like argued call.
Unless it's something bizarre, unusual.
All right, situation. 1 out, runners on the corners. Julio Rodriguez up to bat, 1-1 count. And Mariners took the lead, so that's good.
Get the
Swings
insurance
through.
and kind of just win the game here.
Oh, please do not call the
You'd
second
love
run the
one more.
insurance run. I swear to God, they need a lot more than 2. Please, that can't be the insurance run.
I didn't say runs. I didn't say runs. I said just the
Okay,
one.
good. I'll
Yeah,
take that.
Swing like you're getting all 3. How about that?
I hope so. This would be a really good time for Julio to finally find his first homer in what feels like forever.
Oh, it's a Spider-Man bat. That's what he's swinging.
He was swinging that last night, I think, too.
I thought it was One Piece because I know how much he likes it. But yeah, it's the amazing something.
Good take. Yeah, Shanae, we I think Aaron mentioned it earlier. What happened to Donovan? Got hit in the head in the batting cage by a ball, so that's why he was scratched tonight.
He is
2-2.
for it, they said, so.
He'll probably be back to. Oh, a strikeout! Damn.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yuck. It's not 2 outs. That's going to bring up Josh Naylor.
Naylor left on left.
Hitting is contagious.
Takes ball one.
What happened to torpedo bats? They're still being used. They're just not the topic anymore now that it's been a whole year. There's not a topic anymore.
Now that
It's kind of been
everyone
accepted.
sees that it's not as big of a deal as
It's not like you took steroids. Like, it's just a different type of bat. All right.
the Yankees offense really just was that hot at the time.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, Josh Naylor, 1-0 count. Good take. 2-0 now. Yeah, I would imagine Donovan's back in unless he has like a concussion or something. Pretty much, other than that, he probably is in tomorrow. They probably it happened so close they didn't have time to evaluate him before the game.
Yeah, I wonder if he's available off the bench.
3-0 count to Josh Naylor. And if he reaches, it'll be Taylor Ward. So I'd prefer Josh to put something in play here potentially.
Rare Josh Naylor walk.
Yeah. I mean, granted, Taylor Ward does need his like welcome to the Mariners moment still, but I would rather Josh just do something good instead. It is a 3-1.
Kade Anderson doesn't look like a man who's completely who's been told that he's not coming out.
He might be going back out there for 6. I mean, he's only at 72 pitches right now.
It's
I
Carlos
kind of figured
Larks.
he'd be between 75 to 85.
Not that it matters, but get him a win chance right here. I mean,
Oh, yeah. He would just need one out, right?
I think so, right?
I think.
Does he need 2 because he got to go more than half the game? Or is it at least 5 innings if you start the game or something like that? Weird. Does
I don't
anybody-
know. I don't know
Yeah.
what the like minutia
It's
is for
coming
that.
back in.
Oh yes. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Josh Naylor clearly doesn't do anything, even though he has a 3-2 count on my screen. Thank you, Aaron. We'll go into Kade Anderson now. Yeah, Josh Naylor strikes out. Unfortunate missed opportunity there, but the Mariners do take the lead, and Kade Anderson is going back into the game. So he is going to get some time in the 6th. Let's see who is due back up. For the Cubs, it's going to be the 1, 2, 3, the order: PCA, Seiya Suzuki, and Alex Bregman. So probably a very short leash, I would imagine, for this inning. So yeah. I mean, Northwest Sports on the EC, brutal, bases loaded, no outs, and they only get 1 run. That's better than they've done almost all year. So yes, I will take it as well, kind of. But you're going to need more than 2 runs for the Cubs, I think.
We've
So-
been so brutal with runners in scoring position. That's like every team feels, or every team's fans feel like, oh, our team is brutal with, runners in scoring position. But the Mariners are actually like historically bad in that metric.
I looked it up after the Rays series, and I'm pretty sure they're like late 20 is in almost every category when it comes to runners in scoring position. They are easily a bottom 3rd offense with runners in scoring, and that's even pretty generous saying bottom 3rd because that entails last 10. They're probably last 3.
Yeah.
So
Probably bottom 10. More than
Yeah.
bottom-
yeah, bottom 10th literally.
Hey, you know who's also in the bottom 3? Arizona Diamondbacks.
What
The
is
org-
like Diamondbacks chill or cheer at the stadium?
What?
What is like the Diamondbacks cheer at the stadium? What do their fans cheer? Is it "Let's go D-backs"? What are they?
Yeah. It's like
It's
let's
not
go
Snakes
D-backs.
Alive.
No, no. I like when the Dodgers come to town. They do beat LA,
Yeah, of course.
which they put on the jumbotron and everything. They're not subtle about it.
Good. Good one.
Well, I know the Giants are the same way when they play the Dodgers. The whole series just beat LA is like the thing. So,
Yeah, no one likes the Dodgers.
all right, Kade Anderson against PCA. First pitch in the 6th inning is a strike, four-seam fastball at 92 miles an hour at the top inner corner. Oh, one
Vila's
is
really
swung on and
dipping for
missed.
Cade.
91 mile an hour. 0-2.
91.2. Yeah, it's rough. Also, was not aware Luis Castillo started today, and then I checked his stat line.
Was it bad?
It was very bad. He didn't even get through 3.
Oh, God.
All right.
PCA launches it. Fastball right
Oh
down
my
the
God.
middle, and that is going to be a homer or a double. It's a double. Off the wall. Cade knew it too immediately.
I saw it hit the line right away, but man, like you're
Granted,
1
that was a
inch away.
94 mile an hour
Yeah, he
fastball.
cranked it up for that. He just missed a spot.
Mhm.
He placed it in the exact same spot as the pitch previous. So, yeah, right off
do
the
that.
yellow line. He got a little lucky on that one.
All right. 1-0, Cade. Get out of here.
I'm stunned he's leaving him in for Saya.
Say a fouls one off for strike one. 0-1 count. Once again, you're going to need more than 2 against the Cubs. So, Carlos Vargas is warming, and Bizardo is not really warming, but he's up and moving around. So Vargas is clearly the play after Cade.
Letting him face Suzuki probably means he gets a third hitter here as well, unless
Well, and that's
Gives up
Bregman
on
too,
numbers.
which is yuck. But
Yeah.
the 1-1.
Ooh,
Ooh, Saya once again does not use an ABS challenge when he could have. It's now 1-2. Anderson at 78 pitches. And the 1-2 is a pickoff attempt there instead. Don't think you're going to pick off PCA, but okay. 1-2. 78 pitches, 50 strikes, 28 balls for Kade Anderson. And the 1-2 is swung on and chopped to third base. Weston Wilson to first.
what the? Oh my God!
Yeah.
PCA is out at second. Oh my God. Wow. PCA punk faked like he was going to go to third. And he
And he
gets
slipped.
on the back pick to second from Josh Naylor. That's a double play. And PCA immediately goes to the clubhouse. He is pissed. Wow. Kade Anderson quality start watch right now.
Oh, and that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he slipped. Oh, no. That's huge. Not only for Cade, but for the game. Wow.
Oh,
Also huge from Josh Naylor to be looking for that one. Bregman hits
Oh.
one into the gap, and oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's really
Next
huge
pitch
now.
after that is a Bregman homer to tie the game. Damn, dude.
it always has to be him too.
It's always
Always
man.
him. He's one of my least favorite ever.
Boogeyman for the Mariners. Oh man, it's
Oof. Yikes.
LSU
On the 80th pitch of the game.
Uh,
Anderson gets Bregman for his first ever career strikeout, and Bregman just ties the game. They're leaving him in there for
my
Michael
God.
Bush, and that is also a fastball that is hit into the gap,
that was
and that is
really
a
far.
homer. Dude. Okay. Well, back-to-back pitches Back-to-back
Yeah.
homers.
And Wilson definitely left him in a little too long there.
Both on fastballs right down the pipe.
Can't have nice things, I guess.
And now he's getting taken out. Ooh, that
5
really stunk up.
2/3, 3 runs, 81 pitches.
Dude. God, Dan is really good at this, man. He really is good at this. Yeah, let him walk off after that instead of the double play. Good shit, Dan. He's done it all year.
That's a big bummer.
I mean, that
Exactly.
like, am I crazy? Like, I don't want to be like just a total Dan Wilson hater because I'm not a total one. Like, there's certain things I don't like. Do we all agree that was just unnecessary to keep him in after that double play? Or even
I
just
honestly
after
think
the
it's fine.
Bregman homer. Like, after the Bregman homer, he should have been
No, because it was
out.
Bush and it was lefty. I think it was fine. He just didn't execute.
Ugh.
Yeah, to be honest, I think it's like, it's 73 to 81 pitches, right? In that 8-pitch span, I don't think anything, went entirely wrong with Kade Anderson. But
I think from the beginning of the inning, and even like with PCA, his fastball was right in the middle of the plate. Which also, like, why was he just spamming fastballs that whole inning? I don't understand. But all right.
especially when the velo is ticking down. Like Switch, you mentioned the 95.5. That was the first inning. The second fastest was like the first inning too. It looks like it's just been like a steady down tick since then. And I mean, yeah, it's gotten pretty low. Like you said, it was like 91 something. So gets clobbered. That always was going to be the big kind of doubt too. Like, just you have a lower velocity fastball. That's his worst pitch. Okay, then that's what can happen. These guys can just catch it in the right spot. And I mean, he kept the ball outside the zone, on purpose, trying to be pretty conservative, but also get the swing and miss. I guess just when you're throwing such a low velocity fastball, you got to have, like, 91 is really low for the major leagues. So
I'm surprised he came out for the 6th.
I think the main things you can argue is, why did he come out for the 6th, or why did he stay in after the double play? I think when he gave up the homer to Bregman, it's like, okay, you've got left on left against Bush, and you can get out of this. But yeah, it's tough. It sucks that he's walking out after giving up 2 home runs. Not, in another circumstance, but all things considered, it was a really good debut.
Yeah, it's just the problem with, and especially with a guy like Kade, he's not going to be thinking good debut now. Like, he thinks he just lost us the game. You know what I mean? And that's kind of a bit of my, I understand the logic of, like, it's a lefty against Bush and blah, blah, blah. Like, I think what I have a hard time with is, you leave him, he gets the big double play, big moment, right? Huge moment. And you could have had him, walk off the mound to a huge ovation and whatever. And then, but instead you're like, okay, let's have him face Bregman, who has been one of the hottest hitters on the planet for the last, like, almost month now. And he hits a homer, and I kind of understand him going up against Bregman in the sense of, like, he could get through that 6th inning, but I think personally you take him out after the Bregman homer. and I don't think you let him face Bush at that point, especially with where his fastball command was. His fastball command was just non-existent that whole inning. So Kade doesn't look okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he just got probably the most embarrassed he's been almost all year at the very end of his debut. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
and a lot of it was off fastballs that were right in the middle, in the heart of the plate. Like, he just didn't locate them at all. So
And it looks like Bregman, it was a changeup. Bush, it
and they're
was.
teeing off against Carlos Vargas. So it's going to be a double, an RBI double for the Cubs. It's now 4-2. Do you think they are too reliant on data analytics, play the percentages instead of looking at game situations? I mean,
Usually, I would
I
be the
don't-
one to say no, but I would say in this scenario, yes, because you're throwing a changeup and a slider, kind of middle. And and doing that first pitch is something that analytics tells you is like, oh, you're going to get a free strike this way, But in practice, right, it's a guy making his debut going up against the top, the top of the order for the third time through, and they're just waiting for that one mistake, So to do it in that spot, I would say that right there says, yeah, you're going with the analytics, logic, and reasoning when you maybe shouldn't.
yeah, I think I would say for the question of do I think they're too reliant on data analytics, I would say I am not qualified to answer that question necessarily because I don't know what they're using for every single, how they're processing every, moment like that, right? Every decision. But what I would say is I do think there could have been a bit more feel for the moment in that moment, and kind of letting I know the game shouldn't necessarily be reliant on how good Cade's debut is, how good he feels when he walks off that mound necessarily. You need to play for the game in general. It's just one, I'm shocked that he went out for the 6th. I think Divish just tweeted it. He hasn't pitched over 80 pitches in any start all year, and he was at 72 entering the inning, right? And then there's the fact of you're going up against the 1, 2, 3 of the Cubs order for the 3rd time through, right? So it's just one of those things where it's like, I just don't think you let him out for the 6th personally. And then I think when you make the decision not to let him to let him go out for the 6th, I'm surprised that you don't make the decision after the double play happens to take him out, because it is Bregman, after all, who just hit 2 homers off of you the game before. The last month, he has a OPS that starts with 1.1, right? So it's just, it's one of those things where, it is kind of hindsight a little bit with how it ultimately went. But I do think like the PCA at bat, for example, should have been a good sign that like he probably needs to get out pretty soon. And I think, and I've had this problem with Dan a couple times in moments where they end up showing the bullpen on the broadcast, and I'm like, they're just now getting warm. It's like they're getting warm a batter or two too late, so that they're not ready to get taken out at the time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, but if you were going to let him go out for the 6th, you better have a guy hot and ready to go. So as soon as anything bad happens, like, he can get taken out. Is just my opinion. At the end of the day, I'm not a manager, but that's where I'm at on it. So
being aggressive with the bullpen, that's what AJ Hinch does, and it keeps him in playoff series. He's won a lot of them. Almost won ones that he shouldn't, maybe. So,
to be fair, it's also gotten AJ Hinch a lot of criticism when it goes wrong. It's just in some cases it's a lose-lose for managers. I mean, in this case with a rookie guy making his first start, that criticism is definitely worth a lot more. But yeah, It's tough regardless. It's a tough job, but also I don't necessarily agree with it in this case, for sure.
Yeah.
Curious what the people on Twitter are saying right now. That's kind of where
Hey,
I'm at.
you do like to see Kade Anderson hang in there with Brian Wu, George Kirby, Bryce Miller, and Logan Gilbert over his shoulder.
Speaking of debuts, Brian Wu's debut was god awful. So if anyone, he can tell you, like, get him through that a little bit. You know,
Seeing him being the main guy right next to him right now is probably worth a lot.
Only Hancock was in that shot.
Yep.
oh, I don't want that.
And to be honest, I mean, the good news is the skills for Kade are all there. They all showed up today. So on Cade's end, staying in there, pitching to those guys, you can't blame him.
Oh my God! This guy sucks!
Taylor Ward strikes out.
No.
Looking.
Oh, you weren't lying. That's a bad one. That's a really bad one.
Yeah.
Trent?
That's tough.
Oh, and Trent Thornton getting ready for his revenge game.
Alex Bregman is a Mariners killer.
Did you just look up his like head-to-head stats and all that?
I just looked at my screen.
Oh.
Oh no! Now I'm.
Yeah. Well, this game's over. I'm sorry, but we've seen this all year.
My God.
Bad luck for yeah.
Ooh.
That's a good defensive team right there, the Cubs. Jeez.
Like, honestly, I don't know if someone could look this up for me. Like, did he throw a single non-fastball that entire sixth inning?
Yeah.
He
For
did.
Kade?
Yeah.
He did? Because I was like, it just felt like he was spamming
Bush did all their
fastballs.
damage against non-fastballs.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But he put it in play.
Oh, I could have swore those were fastballs. Okay, my bad.
They looked like it because they were middle too. But I don't know if I was kind of clear. Like, yeah, he went change up slider, for each, first pitch, both, which, for homers. And like a lot of teams, their analytics tell them to do kind of middle breaking balls first pitch because the opposing team is going to take it almost all the time and they get a free strike.
I want Alex Hobby back.
Didn't he? He got traded. Yeah, the Orioles.
Yeah, he's for
for
Taylor
Ward.
Ward.
People
gotta
got
be
mad
good.
at me for putting that as a C+, by the way. And in fact, it's an F. This dude reeks of ass.
He does not look like anything that we were promised.
And it's like I didn't expect him to just come over and start thumping like the Angels again. And I even put this in my article. It's not what he does. He does not pull the ball in the air. You have to do that in Seattle when you're not a super slugger like Julio, where he has the raw power to do it. Taylor Ward does not do that, and that's fine. But staring at meatballs and like he's not drawing walks outside of the last 2 days. Like he's nothing. He is a nothing burger.
It's an awful watch, Taylor Ward.
Yes. This is Jake Lamb all over again. Except Jake Lamb didn't really have expectations. Taylor Ward does.
Taylor Ward genuinely looks like, nothing Baseball Savant says right now. He has, there's 36 home runs in there one time. There's 100 percentile chase, and then there's actually nothing there. That's like, wow, you really did get, that's an F. Yeah.
Joe Doyle tweets, I can't comprehend why Dan Wilson would leave Kade Anderson in tonight's game when he's never thrown more than 80 pitches in a game this year, was at 76 pitches with 2 excellent righties that destroy left-handed pitching due up, and a bullpen full of warm/ready righties. It's just flat out bad. Yeah. But it's okay. He was on the 95 Mariners. So, and they, they have to keep him in general. So, like, it's honestly almost like by law they need to keep him for the rest of the season. So, I don't know. Just frustrating. Just frustrating because it's just the same shit all year. So,
So Patrick Wisdom was scratched from the Rainiers lineup today. Could be related to Donovan. Could also not be. But considering he got hit in the head, I'm going to choose to believe it is Donovan related.
Dang.
Don't worry, guys. Carlos Vargas is our trade acquisition at the deadline.
Exactly.
it's just like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna practice restraint right now, because honestly, if I go on the tangent I wanted to go on, I probably would never be media accessed again. So I'm not gonna do that. I'll put it that way. I'll just put it as I don't understand why Kade is gonna get the L and not someone else that isn't even a player on this one.
In the dugout.
Yep.
17 whiffs against David Peterson, by the way.
That's right.
That's the other thing. They've been not
that
great
number just
offensively.
That was a low one, too. Like to start out, the Mariners were, doing fine. So David Peterson wasn't like commanding the Mariners strike zone or anything. The Mariners just, they racked up the whiffs, against themselves. Really, it wasn't David Peterson, in his 93 mile an hour sinker and 93.4 mile an hour four seam.
I'm going to be honest, guys, especially everyone who's in the chat right now. It's very hard for me to even just keep the stream going for the rest of the game, because I honestly, personally don't even fucking want to watch it. But I am. I haven't been watching for literally the past week and a half, and the only reason I'm watching this game is because of Kade Anderson. That was it. So, yeah, it's just frustrating. It's just been a frustrating team all year long. There is no such thing as momentum. They're totally just allergic to it. They'll have a great win like last night, and then they'll immediately just shit the bed later, the next game, pretty much. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the stream. Thanks, Peppy. Thanks, Northwest Sports on the EC. Appreciate you. But yeah, it's just one of those things, man. Just frustrating. Because at this point, we've seen all year, we're not going to get Ferrer, we're not going to get Munoz, we're not going to get anyone, and I really don't have faith that the offense is going to figure it out and score a couple runs. And now, granted, I felt that way yesterday, and I looked like a dork loser on the timeline because I turned the game off after the first, not even out of the game, when they gave up 3 and they ended up winning. So maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I'll be wrong back-to-back days. Ugh. Wilson left Kade in too long. I wouldn't say we all agree, but yes, William, I agree with you on that one. Just fine. We don't necessarily all have to agree on it. Like, at the end of the day, it's all, nuanced, and it's all very hindsight anyways. Because if Cade gets through the 6th, and doesn't give up any more runs, we're like, hell yeah, Cade, what a debut, all that stuff, right? It's just, yeah.
I will say, we understand both, and I think most people in here can, if you're listening to us for this long, you understand the reasoning, for both sides. But at the end of the day, it's just disappointing, when you feel like it was so clearly there, right? And the Mariners, right? This is the history of the 50 seasons and everything. When we celebrate 50 seasons, it's hard to do it without, and not honor all that by going, feeling like you're going for it in any game, any season, any trade deadline, any moment where you could call up a prospect and you're not. So it's like, yeah, you might as well. I say going 1-0 on my channel a lot, and and it doesn't mean always win 1-0, right? Or okay, you're not always gonna you're not gonna win every single game. It doesn't mean 162-0, but no regrets, right? Make mistakes at a million miles an hour. It's like, if you're gonna do something, have really good reasoning and be sure about it. And when you can't communicate that after the fact, if you watch the Hard Knocks with the Seahawks, right? Mike McDonald communicates to the fans so well, and they're able to produce that content because they communicate so well. It's just not at that level, right? With the Mariners, right? And so you don't feel like things are moving 100 miles an hour in the same direction. I really don't know where things are moving a lot of the time, and it's frustrating to be to try to do the believe and the 1-0, and we're going to look at all the swinging strikes every single day, and try to be consistent. And I can only imagine how these players feel. Granted, like if you're in this clubhouse, right, and you see things and you want to speak up and lead, but you also don't want to contribute to anything that could be conceived a certain way. And just imagine what it's going to be like, trying to navigate that from inside there.
Yeah. I think, just talking about the season in general, because like Glow brought it up, right? Like, it's just been just has felt like a not good season, despite the talent we have. And that's pretty much been it. And I think that's a lot of the reason why, like through May, I was kind of like, like, they're really talented, guys are going to turn it around. Then it gets into June, you're like, okay, like, that's still kind of true, but this is getting a little late for comfort. And then you get through July, and you're like, well, if they haven't turned it around now, like, what am I, like, at this point, this is, what the team is, right? Just, bad, basically. And it's just, I hate the fact that going from how last year went, and not talking about Cal because I never expected him to hit 60 again, but at the same time, just how successful they were last year. You retained obviously almost all of that same talent from last year, and then for them to just be what has felt, and once again, felt is an important word, it has felt lifeless most of the year. It has felt like the hunger has not been there. They've told us it's there, but it hasn't felt like the hunger's been there. We've seen a lot of punted games in general, and there's obviously certain factors you can point to that are out of control, like certain injuries. Obviously not having Brendan Donovan for all but 28 games up until about a week ago has been difficult. The bullpen, obviously not having Matt Brass for a long time, Guys like, I know he hasn't been great today, but guys like Carlos Vargas and whatnot. It's just, but at the same time, I have felt like even with that, the things that they have had should be enough for them to be not only in first place in this division, but they should be multiple games up on it by now. And instead, they're 8 games under 500, or about to be if they lose today, whatever it is, right? They're around that. And it's just like, what can you even say? That's pretty much where I'm at with this whole season. And honestly, why I just haven't watched after the Tampa Bay series. Like, the Tampa Bay series kind of just broke me, honestly. And part of it was I saw it in person. I was at game 1 of that on that Friday for the Alumni Home Run Derby, and just seeing just how pitiful they were in person was really tough in general. And that series broke me, and I haven't watched really at all. And they've played some of their best baseball since I haven't watched. They've also played some of their worst. I mean, 22 runs against Milwaukee, whatever. But if it just is what it is. I actually kind of liked, I don't remember who said it. I like the idea. Where was it? Northwest Sports on EC. Turn it off and just have everyone else do play-by-play. Not superstitious, but maybe it might work. So I just don't watch the rest of the game, and maybe they do come back. I don't know. But also, Northwest Sports, need to get going. Appreciate the stream. Thank you so much. Appreciate ya. Be sure to check out everyone who's in here. Dom, if you're on, I don't know whose stream
Yeah,
you're
he's
watching
always
this
on
from.
my stream. Shout out NWEC.
Yeah.
See you later.
Check out everyone in here. Aaron is on his handles right there on Twitter. Switch is also on Twitter as well, so check them out.
Sometimes.
Yeah. You're sometimes on Twitter. I mean, whenever you're ready to stop tweeting again and go on another paid vacation. So
I was so close to doing one of those until we're over 500 when we were still kind of around there. Thank God I didn't do that.
yeah, you wouldn't be tweeting until 2027 probably,
Mhm.
like very likely. Which, yeah, we don't want you to be gone that long.
Would you stop for the off season if that were the case?
I don't know. I feel like if I do that tweet, I need to specify or end of season. But that first time I did it, I didn't say that. So if it somehow took that whole time, I was screwed.
Yeah.
Yo, Weston, you suck. Also, since when does Trent Thornton throw 97? Am I like tripping?
Yeah, no, they definitely did something to him.
I do
You
not
know what?
recall him
We're
throwing
gonna try what Pepe said. I'm gonna keep the game off. I'm gonna turn the game off, and I need you guys to tell me to upgrade the scoreboard. What's going on? Why not?
Bet.
You know, at this point with this season and the way it's gone, why not? Let's just go for it. I have nothing to lose at this point other than more sanity.
No, Jake, you have to watch Weston Wilson and Leo Rivas at bats against Trent Thornton.
That sounds like a 7th layer of hell, honestly. So no, I'm good.
No.
So we're gonna try it. It's off. I don't have it up at all. So, thank you, Or King, for stopping by. Appreciate ya.
Or King, appreciate you.
What'd you say? Switch.
Did I say something?
Well, I'll just need someone to at least tell me for the scoreboard purposes if
All
there's
right.
anything I need to change.
Oh,
2-0.
yeah.
The 2-0 popped up and barely out of play. The camera well. 2-1 on Rivas now.
Yeah, Dom is on play-by-play duties now. Let's go.
Anyway, Mr. Alex Hoppy, another inning and a third, scoreless. Just want to throw that out there.
All right.
You're not going to walk Leo Rivas, surely. You would never do that.
And it's inside. 3-1. 1 pitch away. Does Leo Rivas get something in the zone? Does he put together a little hit streak here?
We must stare at pitches down the middle. We just have to.
Don't listen to Taylor Ward. Oh my gosh, he heard you. 3-2, full count. All right, Leo Rivas, do not listen to Switch. You do not have to stare at pitches down the middle. Do not replicate your buddy Taylor Ward either right now. Exactly what you did last night.
Oh, he swung at a pitch down the middle and got a hit. Not just a hit, but it got a double.
All
Let's
right.
go. Let's
More
go.
runners in scoring position. Awesome.
It's
There
still
we
one
go.
out, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
One
Hey,
out.
well, the
see,
Angels
see,
are
as
up
soon as
on
I turn it
track.
off, a double. Like, come on. I may never watch a baseball game again at this rate.
This is gonna be a fun playoffs for you, Jake.
It really is. I can't wait to not celebrate the World Series. Or I'll celebrate it, but I'm gonna be like, I don't know what happened, but I saw on the box score on MLB Game Day that they won.
It's just the best way to watch it.
I don't even have Game Day up. Like I've tried to honestly, it's been so bad. Like every time I watch Game Day, they struggle. Except for like last night, it was like the first time.
All right, Randy. Not catching the bottom of the zone. 1-0. We are
Damn,
1-0.
That sucks.
Randy, I mean, a walk, 2 for 2, the homer, home run robbery. He's done everything right today. The Cubs challenge, it's now actually going to be 0-1, Randy.
All right, 2 out.
Yep, Randy. Probably a hard hit. Straight at him, though.
83.9.
Oh, yeah, that's not him.
I thought that was harder hit too, honestly.
So is that an out?
Yeah, 2 out. Dom's up. That's the tying run.
Oh,
I
switches
deserve
in
this,
here. It's got to
please.
be Dom. It's got to be Dom.
Against Thorn Dog.
Let's get Dom on the Dom Skiing channel. Dom Canzone is about to homer.
Please, bro.
You got the Dom Canzone fan club locked in. Curveball in the dirt. 1-0. Canzone waving the bat around.
The Cubs are not great at challenging.
All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. He's going the outside curveballs. Trying to climb the ladder in Canzone.
Changeup? That was 88 as a sinker. That had to have been a misread.
Yeah. Or King said easiest strength of schedule in September. Me likey. And yes, it's good. It's just I think they're probably going to be in too much of a hole.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're kind of
After not only the rest of this series, but then the Phillies and then the Red Sox for that to ultimately
And
matter.
Toronto's been playing better lately too.
Phillies. All right, that'd be pretty cool.
2 balls, 2 strikes
Pretty
now.
nice. Seems like a win-win.
Yeah, I think I would have a hard time believing that they're not going to be in a position where they would need to, like, I don't know, go some insane record in September to have a chance. So, but you never know.
Canzone calls time. Looks like he's blowing his nose or got something in his eye. Two.
Canzone grounds out. As he does.
All right, going into the 8th.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me. I got to take off, but
Okay.
it was cool to see Kade Anderson debut.
Yeah, we still got some good stuff. So appreciate you for watching or for coming on. And yeah, hopefully everything stays good in the D-backs and hopefully at least you guys make the postseason because at least
I
one
don't
of us
know
can be
about
happy.
stays good. We're constantly teetering on between insanity and being so back. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, hopefully we'll have some snakes alive going on in October at least. So,
Back
I
Dojo.
gotta watch Justin Martinez hoops.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
He's hooped twice so far. So
all right. Well, thank you so much for coming on there and appreciate you. All right.
And
He
he
was
won. And now we have 3 depressing Mariner fans.
That's right.
Yeah, I just I don't know. Like I would have been so hyped up if they just took him out after that damn double play, man. It's just but I can just never have anything good happen to me this year, honestly. Baseball wise. Not saying that's some super depressing personal thing. Nothing good has happened to me all year, my whole life. Ugh, shit.
Sometimes I do feel like I do better in life, at certain times, like, and then the Mariners start losing. And then, like, it's like, oh, I'm not even going to the gym this week, or, I start to like let something slip, and then my fantasy baseball team just does amazing, or the Mariners start doing amazing. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's funny how that works.
Well, my fantasy baseball teams did not do amazing, so oh well. I was reaching out to some people if they wanted to do like a Mariners Creators fantasy football thing, but no one. I don't think I had asked you, Dom, yet, but I also have I think only gotten like one yes. So as of now, I don't have a league yet, but I don't know if that's something you would want to do. But I would need to still get like six more people at least, which
I
don't
Yes,
know if I'll be
sir.
able to.
For sure, yeah. And I have some like Seahawks people too that I could ask.
Okay.
We need more people for sure.
You know what was frustrating, and I love Charles from Circling Seattle Sports to death. Love my Pookie. I have one gripe with him. All right, is in 2024, or sorry, no, might have been 2025. He invited me to, they were Circling Seattle Sports was doing like a fantasy hockey league. I don't watch hockey, but I was like, yeah, let's have some fun. Like, why not? And I destroyed that damn league, and I won the championship by like it wasn't even close. Okay. And then I don't remember if it was this year, but the year after, I don't even get invited. No one even tells me it's happening. What's going on? Come on. If you want to be the king, you got to beat the king. Come on. Ridiculous. And I figured out the reason why I won is because for whatever reason, and I don't know how the fantasy hockey thing usually is supposed to be, like the points system, but it heavily favored goalies, right? And so in the draft, I'm like, people start drafting, and they start drafting like non-goalie players. And I'm like, it gets to me, I'm like, I'm going to take the best goalie projected points wise. Why not? Get to the second round, people still haven't taken a single goalie other than me. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the second best goalie. And then it keeps going. And so I take the literally the top two in projected points goalies. Both of them are, projected points wise to not only lead the leagues in points, but also are like over 100 points more than like the normal players. And I'm just like, what's going on here? So I got like, I don't know how to say their names, like Hellebuck, whatever.
Yeah.
And then Vasilevsky.
And then I know this too.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what's going on? And that's literally what won me, because I just got like just two top scoring players in the entire league for fantasy. And I was like, okay, well, I was going to do that again the next year, and then I didn't get invited. I was like, what the hell? What's going on here?
That's hilarious. I hate when people, if you win a fantasy league, it doesn't matter. You get invited.
You need
back.
to be the first one invited back next year. You have to defend the throne.
How can you ever?
They're just so scared of you, man.
Yeah.
I get it, but it's like, come on, are we competitors or not, man? Like, what's going on here? Okay, has anything happened in the top of the eighth?
Dominguez is carving.
Is there 0 outs? Is there 1 out? Anything?
2 out.
Okay. Okay, well, good to know.
4 swing strikes on 9
Yeah, sorry. He struck out Bregman, and he struck out Bush with a disgusting splitter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that pitch made me like.
Only a couple innings late on that. The last time the M's won back-to-back series was back in late June to July against the Angels and the Blue Jays. I'll do you one better, because I looked this up. I looked this up for my momentum stuff, and I think I still have the tweet up. Let me find it. Because I have not. Yeah, okay. So about momentum, the Mariners win streaks, which if you categorize a win streak as 3 or more wins in a row, this season, they've done it 4 times. Only 4 times this season have they won 3 or more games in a row. That occurred in early April, 4 games, in late April, 4 games, in late May to early June, 8 games, and then in late June to early July, 3 games. And that's the last time they had a winning streak.
3 games.
So they've done it 4 times. And then, because I don't want to just leave that as like the only data point, I looked up last season. Before the All-Star break, they had 7 win streaks. And they had 10 in total.
God, they're losing.
They are.
Jesus.
Yes, I know. I'm mad too.
Ugh.
So it's just like they just haven't been able to get any momentum all year. And they just cannot do it. Did Dominguez get a third out or no?
Not yet.
Not yet. Ooh, I like the word yet. He's about to get it. He's about to carve. He's going to get 3 straight Ks. He's actually looked a little bit better the last couple times out. Even though I haven't watched, but from what I can tell.
My theory is that they threw him out there in that one outing and they said, okay, just do whatever the White Sox taught you. We just want to see what it looks like. And then they're like, oh, that's a mess. And they switched it up after that. But I don't have anything to point to say exactly what. So it's completely baseless.
What? Cal, there's 2 strikes and 2 outs. Frame the fucking ball. Okay, Cal challenged it. All right, inning's gonna be over.
Well, let me know when the ABS
You don't see
is
that
official.
often. Yeah, confirmed.
Okay.
Like not even close. You don't
All
see
right.
that often where a catcher throws it down, hears it's a ball, and then challenges it. That was the first.
Sorry, not to go back to not to go back to the whole Dan thing, and Kade and all that. Pretty much all of the beat writers basically said like he should have been taken out earlier. Like they're all tweeting it at this point. So, yeah. I love the coach in Major League explaining win streaks. I don't remember the quote, but
It's just what my thing is when he got to Bush, it was fine. Bush beat him, whatever. It was just obviously you're pushing him when you get to the 6th. And people were just like, well, 80 is his max. So what I was like, 80 can't be his max forever. You do have to push him eventually. It's August. I think stretching it out to 85 to 90, I think is fine. If he's in a good spot. PCA gets a double, and it's like, okay, it's pretty bad.
but for his debut, you know what I mean?
I know, but it's he was doing really well.
and also the circumstances of the lineup you're facing, right?
Yeah,
Like
it wasn't even the bottom of the lineup. It was
it was the top,
boys.
and so that's the thing is, if it was against basically not the Cubs, Dodgers, or Yankees, like I don't even know what other offenses to put in that category, but like let's say if they were facing like the Reds, for example. Absolutely. Like I would have been like, you put him out for that 6th inning and you probably leave him in. It's the Cubs 1, 2, 3 with the most likely National League MVP leading off. So it's just like that part doesn't make sense to me alone, especially when we know he hasn't pitched more than 80 pitches in a start. And I understand your point of like they do need to get him stretched out. It's just the debut is not the time to do that, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Fair.
And especially against this lineup, right? Because like his next start, I think it's supposed to be against Toronto.
Yeah,
That would make more sense. I know they've been playing better recently, but still, like
their
way
lineup
easier to
is
justify.
arguably worse than ours against lefties.
Yes. So it's just like that's the time where you put him out for that 6th and you try to stretch him out, see if you can get to 85, get that through that 6th inning, whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, at the end of day 1, it is what it is. But yeah, it's just like there's like 4 different decisions. I just am surprised that they did in succession. And I
Julio
just don't
swings
think
first pitch, by the way, 1 out in the 8th.
Oh,
Julio's just
oh man.
awful now, apparently.
he's been bad, like recently.
Yeah, he was getting really unlucky. You know, he had those outs to center the past few days, but outside of those swings, he's just been abysmal.
Not
And
Thorne is
including
exiting.
not including the last AB because it probably hasn't updated yet. Last 7 games, Julio slashing 161, 156, 194. And then the last 15 games, he's slashing 200, 258, 333. And then the last 30, he's slashing 235, 297, 391.
He's getting on top of everything too. It's just
Yeah. He's pressing, and I just don't know why, because there's nothing to press for right now. But
When did I make that tweet about Julio? Because obviously today is not going to be included in that, but the 14th. So it's been basically a week worth of games. And this is going to include his really unlucky outs. So I'm sure his expected numbers are going to look a little better than they probably should. His WRC plus this year is down to 109, by the way.
This is probably going to end up being his like worst season to date, which is annoying.
How do you get worse than 2024? Yeah, Julio, not including today, obviously, has a 27 WRC plus with a 29% strikeout rate, 3% walk rate, 320 xWOBA.
So Ryan Sloan in Arkansas today, 5 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 earned run, which was a homer, a no walks and 11 strikeouts on 69 pitches, and the game is currently in a rain delay. Did MILB Mariner ever say anything about the Farmelo
I don't think so.
ejection?
Maybe he did, but I haven't seen it.
Johnny Farmelo and coach Jose Umbria ejected from the game. The strike zone has been all over the place tonight. So, yeah, strike zone thing.
Ryan Rollison is a notable Cubs reliever now. Josh Naylor, right to second base. That's out number 2.
all right. 4 outs away from losing this thing. But if you told me that, going into the Cubs series, you're down 2 runs, 4 outs to win it, and to win the series, I'll take it. I mean,
By the way, people who are watching the stream's probably going to be done like right after last out because
Don't worry, guys. Taylor Ward's here. Who's ready?
Taylor Ward. I just saw your tweet switch about all this stuff, about the total air rate and stuff. It's just, yeah. I will say I'm on the same page as you. I hate this.
He just stared at a hanging curveball.
Angels fans are pretty upset that Anderson's not debuting for them tonight.
Well, maybe don't take Tyler Bremner. Dude, thank God we did not get Bremner. I was so scared we were going to take Bremner. And then reports were saying that we were going to if he was available. And thankfully earlier this year that got debunked. It said we were locked in on Seth, who I actually kind of wanted more than Kade at the time. But part of that was kind of me coping with the fact that Kade probably wasn't going to be there. And then he was.
Yeah. I mean, Seth would have been I feel like the obvious choice if they had not been able to get the
And Taylor Ward strikes out at 97 middle cut. He did swing this time, but he whiffed. Alex Hoppe, meanwhile, has not given up a run with the Orioles. Just want to point that out.
How many appearances has he had?
What?
How many appearances has he had with the Orioles?
Like 7 innings.
Damn. Well, of course.
Brock Moore with Baltimore has. I mean, he's doing his usual Brock Moore thing so far in a short sample. Lots of Ks, handful of walks, giving up a homer. It's 4 innings, whatever. I don't really care that we gave up Brock Moore that much. It's just Hoppy's the one that kind of stings for me.
He was like, the big kid who, isn't super coordinated, but he's huge and he's strong and he's athletic. And It's
Right.
like there's something there.
He's one of those guys that's like, there's a reason why we traded for him, right? Like, he was the perfect, okay, you're probably not going to be good off rip, but the stuff is nuts. We think we can harness that. Giving that up like 4 months into the season for a rental who like is a huge risk to work in your lineup, it just isn't good. Not a fan. Not a fan. Should have done less than a C+.
In a vacuum, giving up Alex Hoppy sucks. And when you give it up, and Taylor Ward is literally this is like defective. It's like you return this to the store. You return something to the store if it works this little. Depending on
Shit, can we get Harrison Kryling back? I mean, I'll take pennies on the dollar.
Shoot.
Or 10 cents on the dollar, whatever the saying is.
And then at least we can get out of this, right? And we can go and invest in something else with those reps.
How's Harrison Kryling doing? I like him. 7
Taylor-
innings. Okay, let's ignore that.
Taylor Ward is currently slashing with the Mariners 140, 213, 186.
Which then
Is that
again,
A 399 OPS.
like part of that's Taylor Ward problem, part of that's a Mariners problem. It's every Mariner, so what can I even say?
1 extra base hit.
The triple.
And also 12 strikeouts and 43 ABs. Yep, well. Dud. Okay. Yeah, I think once again, I'm not going to say it on a recorded live stream, like, what I would potentially say in private, but yeah, there's some changes that need to maybe be made this offseason. So, yeah. Just leave it at that. No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to expand or be more specific than that. No,
I would agree.
I didn't.
Their ambiguous assessment, Jake. There are changes that need to be made this offseason.
And I may be talking about more than
And personnel.
No, never mind.
More than personnel.
1 out for Michael Rucker.
1 out for Michael Rucker. Let's go.
Auburn Riverside, its finest.
I mean, it's
Michael
not
Rucker when it's time to pitch in a game that we aren't leading in.
becomes literally Mariano Rivera.
Say Suzuki putting in a fat wad right there. Nice that national television caught that.
I swear to God, so far I haven't had it yet, but I swear to God, if I get anyone in my whole thing about the whole Kade debacle, Kade ending sequence tweet saying, well, what about these 6 other nuanced things that you didn't think of? I'm going to lose my mind. It was bad. What do you want me to tell you? Okay. Victor Robles should be starting over Taylor Ward. I mean, at this rate.
That won't happen. Even with Robles' salary and what we're paying him, the sunk cost fallacy, I think, on Ward, with him being more of a track record, they're not going to pull the plug on that. That'd be extremely embarrassing for them, and we know how they are with that. It took them an eternity just to cut ties with Ref Snyder, with Colton Wong, all this stuff they invest in. The only guy they've really kind of given up on, they're just like, okay, we're done, is Jake Lamb. And Jake Lamb didn't have expectations. He was just supposed to be a lefty thumper on the bench. I'm still kind of annoyed that Lamb did not pan out because he was really good with the Dodgers when he was facing righties.
He was an all-star with the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, but that was pre-COVID at least. That makes sense that he wasn't that. But when we got him that year, he had I was kind of like, why are the Dodgers giving us Jake Lamb? He's been good for them. And then I see why.
Oh yeah.
They sold us a lemon. Why is Ian Happ hitting 8th? And Ian Happ
He wasn't
strikes
even
out.
in the
Is he-
game.
Oh,
Yeah, he didn't start the game. It's a pinch hit then. Is it 2 outs then?
yeah, 2 out.
Okay. You know, I'm going to take a stab in the dark. Me turning off the game
It
isn't going to affect anything. It doesn't matter anymore.
Don't worry, guys. We have the
Famous
top
last-
exit velo today, the top distance, and the top pitch velocity. That's 3 out of 4 categories. We win.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll probably watch tomorrow because
You'll
on the
probably-
off chance that they end up winning somehow, then that would be a good win, because a series win against the Cubs is obviously, I mean, I thought we were going to get swept.
Don't
So
worry, he'll watch it.
I'll be watching the game. Yeah, unfortunately.
That's crazy.
Well, because it's Imanaga on the mound, and then who's pitching for us? Is it
B
Miller?
money.
Great. Okay, maybe I won't watch.
It's home B money though.
That
Famous-
has clearly not mattered in a while.
Hush.
So
Yeah, he looks pretty rough. Yikes, D-backs are getting their ass beat.
that's why Aaron had to leave. He couldn't.
Oh,
he
the
couldn't-
A's! Oh, the A's! The Astros put in Bennett Sousa with a 2-run lead and he gave up 3. Now keep in mind, it's still the A's,
Let's
but
keep those
they do
playoff odds.
lead in the 8th.
Let's keep those playoff odds up for another day.
All right, we're going bottom 9, Jake. It is Jacob Webb hoops time.
Switch.
That's right.
Important. Josiah Hartshorn blasts his 20th homer of the season.
Ah!
Bang!
We were never going to get him, but still, I'm pretty bummed about it.
Go Dodgers back to back. Do you
Go
know
Dodgers, go
where?
Dodgers.
Do you
I like the
do you
Dodgers.
Oh,
do you know where
no,
we
this
are?
BC, how you doing? He's always joining my streams as well. He's
Okay.
cool. He always puts a Go Dodgers back to back.
Sorry, I just assumed it was someone who just as a Dodgers fan who just randomly found who maybe assumed we were a Cubs stream and was like
Yeah.
NL talking crap, and I was just like, you can't talk crap to me because I accept it. I guess I don't know.
I did some World Series videos. I think those did pretty well, and I got a couple Dodgers fans that hang around. I think that might be where I found BC.
It's funny
Yeah,
the BC picked us to make the World Series. Well, sorry, never pick us again, please.
man.
There's just no point to ever pick us. We could probably have the Dodgers roster, and we'd find a way not to make it. So let's just not do that again.
Oh,
No, the best numbers wise live stream I ever did was obviously the ALCS Game 7 last year, but that's only because after the stream it got 4,000 views after, because it was a bunch of Blue Jays fans who were looking for reactions, and boy did they get one for that moment. So
yeah. They all joined my streams too, and they were like, "Oh, Seattle." They were all just coming in, and
yeah, it's like, congrats, man, you beat us. Good for you, I guess. It's just, I don't know.
it was hilarious though. To be like, they'd be like, "Man, you're not so stoic when you get all emotional about your team." Yeah,
Got 'em.
I would just love those comments. I'd be like, "You're absolutely right."
Well, it was crazy because the for that moment, right? The reaction on my stream, someone who was on my stream, Chris, who's from a pod called Coach's Son, which I don't know if they're still posting or not. He immediately goes F word, really, but it's it was a terrible moment. That's how you should have reacted to it, right? And it was so weird because there's so many comments I had to delete because they were just ragging on him for reacting the way he did. It's that was a reasonable reaction for that moment. Were we supposed to be oh shucks, I can't believe that happened. You know, like I'm sorry, but I wanted to quit YouTube. I'm sorry. You know, it's just like it was crazy. I don't know. It was very odd time.
Yeah,
Switch wasn't a part of those streams, or were you? No, you weren't really wanting to join streams yet at that point. I think this year was the
Yeah, this
The
year was the
first
first
year.
time I've joined one.
yeah. So is it still no outs in the ninth, bottom of the
The
ninth?
big dumper is ahead 2-1
Let's go.
after
Big dump.
swinging at a curveball that might have bounced in front of the plate, so it could be 3-0. Cal Raleigh chases a ball at his eyeballs. It's an infield flyout. A little tricky movement on the flyout, but there is one out.
oh, yeah. Almost ran into the ump.
JP Crawford got a single in Tacoma.
I wanted Jacob Webb like 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, we needed bullpen. I wish I still had the conversation. Like I almost wrote an article about it back when I was writing more, and he was just a random reliever I wanted as a bridge guy because his changeup with Texas was amazing. And then I don't remember who got him for 24, but he struggled. He wasn't very good. So Serenity would kind of poke fun at me sometimes and be like, "This is who you wanted, by the way." And I was like, "Yeah." And I don't remember how he did last year, but obviously this year he's, really broken through with it. So I was like, oh, I can want him again this offseason. These motherfuckers have Jacob Webb on a club option for next year. So he's not even available.
How old is this guy?
I mean, he's kind of been around the block. I would guess he's like 30 at this point. He's
Oh,
33. Cole Young into right field. They have magnet gloves. There's 2 outs.
He really has emerged, and man, I mean that breaking ball.
I'm trying to see. Was 23 the year where it was really good? It might have been 24. 24 was the year I think that I won. Actually, last year he was really good too. What year was that?
All right, Wes Wilson.
Oh hell yeah! Let's go, Weston.
Okay, no, it was after 2024 when he was with Baltimore. I wanted him, and then Texas got him, and I was really, really annoyed because that offseason I also wanted Weston Wilson into the gap. No one's going to get there. The time runs up for the fakest hope of all time.
Oh, he is a single.
You got a double, which
Oh,
we're
double.
down 2, so big whoop. Same thing as a single at that point. Yeah, the Rangers traded for Robert
Well,
Garcia,
then-
and I thought that was like the sneaky big move of the deadline or the offseason. Because Garcia with the Nats was so good. I've never understood why the Nationals took Nathaniel Lowe. Because it's like you're not going to contend. You guys stink.
Yeah,
Which
Is
I
it
didn't
le-
see
is-
Nathaniel Lowe obviously becoming the worst hitter in baseball while he was with the Nats. I think whatever the Nats were doing with that old regime, it was clearly not working.
yeah.
Because as soon as he went to Boston, he was really good. Then he hitches on with the Reds, and he was pretty good. I don't know how he's doing with Cleveland, but yeah, it's because he was extremely good in Texas. He might have been the most underrated hitter in baseball when he was with Texas.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what happened to Robert Garcia, honestly. I think he's hurt.
Yeah, I was trying to remember, but then with that old Nats regime, I mean, they didn't develop a single pitcher between.
Oh, Leo Rivas in the right field. It gets down. Weston Wilson scores. It's 4-3.
Come on,
Is that a double or a single?
It's a runner on first.
hey Jacob Webb hoops.
That was a great pitch too, and I'm not gonna lie, that Rivas hit was very Guardians-esque, but
We'll
take it.
both of those players are hot right now, Wilson and Rivas.
Who would have thunk it? So who's up? It's Randy, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
It is Randy Rosarena. It'd be cool if he did the PCA thing where he led off the game with a homer and then walked it off. Strike 1.
Well, didn't he first pitch too?
Yes. Yeah, and PCA did that too, I believe.
I mean, it wasn't a lead off technically because it was the bottom of the first, but yeah.
Oh, true. Randy in the
But
center.
then so was
Deep center field. Goodbye! It's gone!
oh my god, did he really?
Come on!
No.
Come on!
Did he just walk it off?
It's gone! It's over!
Oh my god. Wasn't watching! I wasn't watching! Oh my god! I can't watch a baseball game ever in my fucking life.
The famous last words.
Oh my god, did he walked it off? Are we serious?
Oh my
Dead
goodness,
center
man,
field.
you're right
Oh
now.
my
I
god.
thought PCA was gonna rob it.
Oh my god.
He did the PCA thing.
Oh.
goodness.
Oh my god. Oh my god. As soon as Switch said center field, I thought he popped it up and I thought that was it. Oh my
I'm so
god.
glad I did not look at my phone because I saw a noti from Serenity pop up and then a Twitter noti. And I was like, oh, this might be the end of the game. It could be anything. But I didn't look.
I heard my phone go off and I just figured it was final. Oh
Right,
my
and I
god.
was like, so did I, but I was like, I'm not gonna, it could be a hit, it could be anything.
God damn, dude, I can't watch baseball, man. Oh, they keep proving me right that I can't watch the games. This is
And-
pissing me
And
off,
keep in mind,
man.
the Rangers got one hit today by the Angels somehow, so they lose. Houston is 3 outs away from losing to the A's. This could be massive. What an insane swing!
That
Wow.
we might, yeah. Our playoff odds just went way, way up again.
Well,
The hope consumes us all. Oh, he did the Ronaldo celebration as he touched home, which
This
I don't particularly like that, unfortunately, but it was kind of aura, not gonna lie.
It's
All because of Weston Wilson,
I can't believe, you know what?
a 2-out double, a terrible blue pit that if that happened to us, I would have thrown some shit, and then a walk-off homer, all with 2 outs, down by 2.
Northwest Sports EC, never
NW.
come back to my fucking live stream again. You're the one who told me to turn the damn game off, and I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed.
What's funny
Oh
is in
my
the ninth you were
God,
saying how it clearly
Hey,
did not
thanks, man.
matter.
I'm so pissed that you were right.
You had our
I'm
backs.
so pissed that I listened to you, and I'm so pissed that it ended up working out.
Day
This
one
is
fan,
the
you
first
always
walk-off homer of the season. As I posted last night, we did not have one yet.
I still haven't seen the any clips of the walk off.
That is our first comeback win while trailing in the 7th or later since Canzone's big homer against Texas almost
got
a month ago.
Oh, we did get a walk-off homer in 2026. Switched.
Yep,
This is-
exactly. It's kind of funny.
Like, how dare you be right on that?
He hit it, yeah. As Lily, go follow her on Twitter. She's a great tweeter. Leadoff homer, robbed a homer, walk-off homer.
Who's
That's
that?
pretty nuts.
Which who's that?
Diagonal cutters.
Oh yeah, I just have seen her.
She's
Does
pretty
anyone-
big on the women's professional baseball league right now. I see her tweeting about that every now and then. So if that's your guys' cup of tea, it seems like she's the face of it from what I'm seeing.
I know nothing about it, but
Does
guess
anyone
now-
want to post the damn clip of the walk off
As-
yet or not?
As
dude?
Tim Booth tweeted just now, Randy's 2 homers. Second time in a week, a player hit the first pitch at the bottom of the first, out for a homer, and hit a walk-off homer on the last pitch of the game. PCA did it for the Cubs on Monday against the White Sox. That's what I was just saying before he hit that fucking homer.
wow.
Daniel Kramer, can you post the damn clip already? Oh my god, no one has posted it yet. I'm so pissed off. It's the only way I can watch the freaking highlights now is through Daniel Kramer posts.
Oh, Diagonal. What's her name?
Oh, there we go. Finally, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, Lily posted it.
She beating Daniel Kramer.
Yeah, she posts that shit fast.
And Kate Anderson's happy now.
He was really looking like he was, I don't know, teary-eyed.
He looked at like he wanted to ask for a trade already.
Kaden has been in the Mariners clubhouse for 2 days, and we have hit 2 walk-offs. Because technically he wasn't on the roster yesterday.
That's awesome.
Whatnot,
Good for him.
Hey, that's right, William or King. Yeah, I mean, you got to pay Randy whatever he wants. Trust in God, raise the Trident. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't know what type of message it sends. To kind of excise Randy from this group. It's like he is the one who shows the hardest, play of the game, and he's the best one right now. So I hope that you can, let Randy walk and figure everything out. But again, you do have, you can't do, I love you, Sean Collins, right? You can't do that thing where it's like, whoever they are this year is who they are, because, for this team to be good, going forward without Randy, you're baiting on basically a lot of players not being who they were this year.
Oh my God, Serenity left after the 8th.
Oh.
That's why you don't leave games early, fellas, which for him it's a little different, so I get it with him. But this is why, if you have the option to sit through the whole game, no matter what, you do it. You just never know in this sport. With this team, for better or worse.
I have never left a game early. There's so many times, where people want to leave early and stuff, and I'll never do it. Just can't do it.
Imagine wanting Jacob Webb. Am I right? This guy sucks.
Okay, well, here's the thing, guys. Anyone who is watching this, obviously, thank you so much for watching. Clearly, it ended up paying off. This one, obviously, the game went a lot better than I expected it to end up going after that whole Kade Anderson debacle. But hey, man, let's go. They won the series against the Cubs, by the way. Like, I thought they were gonna get swept. Like, I thought it was gonna be not close at all, and they've won the series now. And now it's Imanaga versus Miller for the sweep, and also the Mariners will have all their high leverage guys, hypothetically. So it's just like, I mean, it could happen. Damn, that's crazy. I need to put together a clip really quick, but it's just going to be Switchy yelling pretty much. But
I know. As soon as he went over the wall, I was like, I'm getting clipped.
Oh yeah, you're getting clipped right now. I'm working on it.
I didn't even make a sound. I just threw my hands up.
Dude, what? That might be the best Randy game he's ever played with us.
It has
Lead
to
off
be.
homer, robbed a homer. He had the hustle single that helped get us a run in one of the innings, and then the walk-off homer. He's done it all. If you are still one of those people who thinks Randy Arozarena is lazy and just wants to get out of here and whatnot, shut the fuck up. This dude's a baller, and you're going to hate when he's with a different team next year.
Seconded. I don't get that one.
He's so good. He is, outside of like the Julio years, he is probably the best outfielder we've had since Ichiro. Or maybe like a year of Haniger.
Or Kyle Lewis, 60 games.
What a time.
Yeah, I mean, Randy, that heart, right? That sprinting out a double play in New York when you're down by 5 runs in the 9th inning. That's the stuff that like keeps me coming back. That makes me proud, even in a loss in a bad season. So yeah, if the whole team does that type of stuff, honestly, I'll never have a problem. Like, you can lose, you can be, you can make the wrong.
We need the effort. That's what we need.
Yeah, effort, and make it look good, make it feel good, right? That's what I loved about those Believe teams, the CS Rise teams.
Nor can you never lose hope when we obviously still have a chance.
God, that was so sick.
Here's my thing. I think, the strongest Warrior when it came to that through July. Basically through the Rays series. The Rays series broke me, and after that, I'm just like, I have no hope. I don't think they're clutch. They don't do anything right. Basically, they don't do anything good, for example. So it's like, I would love to, and maybe this series is what gets me back into, like, you play 9 innings. Shout out Saucedo, right?
You play.
It's
9
just
innings.
it's just difficult with how they were playing all year. You know what I mean? So
I mean, I will say this, right? 34.6% chance to make the playoffs on Fangraphs. That's about how much hope, you put it into it. It doesn't mean you put all your eggs in the basket of, oh, we're going to make the playoffs and, we're operating with every, bone in our body to do this, until it doesn't happen. There's inevitably pieces of you that are going to, have one foot out the door, but when it comes to actually playing the game, yeah, you do have to operate in terms of like, we're trying to win, because other sports, tanking's an issue, right? Playing a game where you're not actually fully trying to win can have reverberating effects throughout the locker room for more than, a year. So yeah, like you can't really just phone it in and say, oh, like you really can't lose hope. Like if you're playing, you do have to go out there and do the job. So I understand what you guys are saying. I agree to an extent. But also like, you're not going to operate, I mean, you got to live in the real world. You're going to operate knowing that.
well,
I mean, 34.6% chance. That's 2/3% chance you just don't make it.
well, and I think here's my thing, and like I kind of said, like because I would say before the Rays series in general, and like when I even posted a video where I said like this is not a playoff team. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. Like I was very like no sugarcoating it. I'm like they don't do anything good, and whatever. And the problem is like I would say normally I'm considered one of the more optimistic Mariners creators, like in the space in general. I tend to be on the better side of finding the good in certain things. And it was just, I had felt like I had got to a point where every single game, I'm like, I can't point to anything good in this whole team. And I just got to that point. So I will say, one, if you choose to, check out my stuff after this, like I am generally more optimistic. And I certainly, if they make the postseason while my dog goes crazy, I will be more optimistic. It's just, so like basically, I'm not usually like this. It's just more of the last like 2 weeks, I just haven't been able to help it pretty much.
There's times where you have to have that reality check. I mean, the Yankees didn't get, to where they were, 27 rings by saying, oh, it's okay. They got there by George Steinbrenner saying every year, if we don't win the World Series this year, it's a failure, and then they put tremendous pressure on their guys. I mean, go look at when they lose one series, and they have, one 10-run loss in New York, they're talking about, fire people and, they're booing guys. And I, to an extent, right, I like that the Mariners have a different culture, with their fans, but also you do need some level of accountability, some level of, like, you play for the S, right? You play for, for the badge, as they say in soccer. Like if you don't have some level of that, right? Like you see things broken for a long time and you say, oh, what's broken? We don't know. The Mariners have dealt with so much of that, I mean, yeah, like Randy is one of the few guys where it's like, to be honest, I do not know how much this S means to Randy Arozarena, but I know that he plays harder for it than anybody. So that's what play for the S means, right? I don't know that Randy cares that much about Seattle. He might prefer to live somewhere else because it's, that's fine, right? But he's coming together to do the job for this team that they need. And for that that is play for the S.
Sorry, not to leave Dom hanging or anything. I'm just trying to get this clip out. But yeah, Switch, that's the loudest I think I've ever heard you yell, first of all. So you would make actually not a bad like play-by-play guy, or you would meet the moment, I guess is the best way I'll put it. And I'm going to post it here in a second and tag you guys so you'll be able to actually watch the clip. But I think I got it pretty lined up for the most part.
Randy in the center. And so
Randy in the center. There we go. That's Switch. But yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm going to end it out here. I appreciate everyone who is watched. If you're still in the chat, appreciate you so much for checking out either myself or Dom's channel, whichever stream you decided to tune into. Hopefully, whichever stream you're in, you decide to check out the other person as well. Obviously, would really appreciate that. You can check out Switch as well. He's on Twitter, and we're all on Twitter, so you can check that out. But I mean, good win. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It. I know I bowed out and thought it was over in the sixth, and you know that's 2 days in a row that the Mariners have made me seem like a total dork loser. I'm happy that they're doing that because that means they're winning. So, but yeah, anything last, Dom? Because obviously you're streaming as well. I want to make sure that you are you get a last word in as well.
Absolutely. The last words we always end with. Remember, as long as you go 1-0 every pitch, stay stoic, give all glory to God. You can't lose. Make sure to check out Switch on Twitter. By far one of the best Twitter Mariners accounts there is. And then Jake, Twitter and YouTube, one of the best accounts there is on both. Been great. Stream with you guys. Obviously, turned from Kade Anderson's debut to Randy's best game as a Mariner, but hey, we'll take it.
Absolutely. That's going to do it for the stream. Thanks so much. Don't know when the next stream on my end is going to be. Don't have anything planned. Probably won't stream unless we're actually starting to look at like a clinch postseason situation. If that ever happens, we'll see. And if it doesn't, if postseason doesn't happen at all, then my next stream will most likely be a charity stream in December. I do it every December. So come check that out, and we raise money for a good cause. But yeah, that's going to be it. And we'll see you about later. Bye.